Hello, welcome to the next session of Gears of Revolution. Very, very happy to be back. Thank you all for joining us again today. I am your Game Master, Richard. With me today is Emmanuel, played by Fitz, Alexias, played by Lane, Dahlia, played by Kim, Vincent, played by Lauren, and Sanai, played by AJ. Kristen, who plays Lou, will not be joining us today. We wish her very, very many broken legs on the opening of their show. Some announcements before we begin. Rough Magic would be at FanCon in Arlington Heights, Illinois on July 14th, and then Fan Expo August 16th to 18th, Rosemont, Illinois. Come visit us there. If you are looking for games, Rough Magic has a host of GMs ready to run games for hire. Check out our website at www.roughmagicgames.com for more information. On our website, you can also check out our upcoming events to host Jinking and Dragons throughout the entire city of Chicago. If you want to support us, the best way to do is to follow us on Twitch, and also head over to YouTube, click those follow buttons, those like buttons, for everything that we stream, as well as some of our other shows. As we are nearing the end of Pride, today being the final day of Pride, if you're looking for something to watch, I can recommend the Gamer Roundtable, Gaymer Gamer Roundtable, hosted by Charlotte, that is live on our YouTube right now. I think next week we are off because of the July holiday, 4th holiday, and the week after we'll be back. So, with that, all of our announcements done, let's get started with this episode of Gears of Revolution. Last session saw the introduction of one of the most terrifying creatures to stalk Flint, the Muckman. Created by Vincent, with assistance from Alexias and Emmanuel as some sort of otherworldly giant ball creature, the group decided to engage in fear tactics to scare the shit out of all the fishermen and the laborers and the dockers that worked on this family dock. After a while, the numbers became too numerous as those people over there decided they wanted to end the life of the Muckman before it was able to devour them and drag them down to the watery depths. So they attacked. Combat ensued. The group largely stayed non-lethal, managed to bring them all down, while several of them ran inside the main dock offices and barricaded themselves within from fear of the Muckman. Afterwards, they began to set up a bit of an ambush, with Lou and Alexias posing as dock workers, as the ship, with all the contraband that has been smuggled into town, sailed into the dock and anchored itself. Alexias rolled incredibly well, as did Lou, and they were able to convince them that they were dock workers, while the rest hid in various positions. After disembarking, the jig eventually came up when they noticed Vincent lurking in a corner of an alleyway and immediately attacked. The doctors inside the offices refused to come out, so terrified are they of the Muckman, and combat was joined in full. The non-lethal attacks continued except for one, where Alexias shoved a poor unfortunate sailor into the piranha-infested waters, where he was almost instantly devoured, with the fish eating the flesh off their bones. We ended mid-combat, and so we are going to pick up right at the start. Let me switch over here. That's not it. There we go. So at the start, it's Daniska where we are. The alchemist who you've met before, a little-known woman. She is going to step back into this room where all of this contraband has been smuggled. She's going to spend 2 actions, one to grab wand in each of her hands. That's all 3 of her actions, though. And that's going to be all for her. Actually, I think she'll come over here around the corner. Give yourself a little protection. Dahlia, you're currently looking behind the corner, out of sight. It is dark, so you can't see anything, but you do know that one of the last things that Alexias did was light a torch. So if you are able to peek around the corner, you'll probably have some light from which to see.
Okay.
So it's up to you, Dahlia, whatever you would like to do.
Is there someone here next to me? What is that? Injured. Someone's injured.
That is Vincent, not that you might be able
Okay.
to see them.
Yeah, okay. So if I just snooch out a little bit, I should be able to hopefully
The game is paused,
something.
Richard.
Oh, shoot. There you go.
Aha. I don't remember what this is like. So let me just go somewhere. Where is corners? I can't see. Sorry, I didn't mean to do all of those bit by bit.
I should have probably clarified the other's corner, the other way. I'll let
Other
you
way?
click on that because you weren't here last section. You don't have a good idea of what's what.
No, I don't.
But if you go to the left, you'll be able to see.
Go to the left. Great.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, look at that. I can see some people. Oh, that boy's badly injured. Can I Can I use my crossbow non-lethally? Or is it just melee? Just
It
wing
is
him.
impossible
No.
if you like. For the record, you are all trained constables. You have been trained to use your spells, your attacks, everything non-lethally if you so choose. That's up to you.
Shoot him in the gut. That's non-lethal.
No, that's like the worst and slowest way.
Until he gets medical attention.
You know what's a real quick thing is Piranha.
No,
You and I are gonna have a
you're
discussion.
You're in trouble.
You could still even see it. Like,
Okay.
Let me
Then-
throw some cover on them. Do you want to fire at them?
Do they have cover
Okay.
because Goodfellow's gigantic form is in the way?
Yep.
Well,
Well,
I'm sorry.
not
That
much I
I'm-
can do about that. It's fine. You're
I'm sorry that I'm
fine.
thick.
Great. Let's see if we
I will
can.
say this.
Yes.
If I recall correctly, your crossbow is loaded because that's what I was using when I was
Mm-hmm.
playing as Dahlia. We're currently in darkness right now. They can't see you. They don't know where you are because none of them have dark vision.
Great.
So if you wanted to spend an action to hide, you could do that, and that would make that person flat-footed or off guard against you when you attacked, which would trigger your sneak attack.
I will try to do that then.
Okay. Target him and go ahead and use the basic action macro to hide.
Stop coming up. Did target him. So hide. Please.
Alright.
Oops.
You
It was a-
see the man, you try to hide as best as you can and slink out of the shadows with your crossbow, kind of aim it at him. There is a torch, and you see this man, his eyes clock you, probably the reflection of something glinted off, like your weapon, the metal parts of your weapon. So,
All right. Well, good thought. Let's just try and wing him non-lethally. I'm being good.
that misses by 1.
Shoot. Okay.
Unfortunately,
that-
that misses by 1. That's all
All
3 of
three?
your actions. As a reminder, you do have hero points. Let me actually make sure that I've given you all the correct amount. You all have 1 hero point. You're free to use it if you like.
It's so early.
You also can use it to save your life if
Yeah,
things
it's
go
so
bad,
early.
so-
I am just hanging on to
Ah.
that for now.
Dahlia, you try to hide, and maybe it's like you kind of lose your balance up like the very slick floor or something. Not enough to make you fall, but just enough for your shot to go slightly over wide, because you're also trying to avoid hitting Emmanuel Goodfellow as you do so. That leads us to Emmanuel.
Look, man.
All right. So it is my turn. Now I want to just clarify because it's been 2 weeks. I do see the blood puddle in the water. Yes.
That blood puddle is the magician. No, he's unconscious. He's not dead. He's unconscious.
I think I was around a corner. Did I see what led to them being in the water? A push,
No.
maybe.
No.
No. Okay. All right. That's unfortunate for them. Well,
you
I'm
know.
if I didn't see it, I didn't see it. I'm gonna
You
try and
heard
punch.
screaming, and you heard the sounds of someone getting their flesh torn off of their body, and violent bubbles in the water. What that means, you don't know. Maybe you fell, maybe you tripped, you don't know.
Did the screaming sound familiar to me?
No.
It was not one of my friends. Okay, well, I'll pray for them later. I think I want to punch this man in the jaw because I think he tried to stab me last time, and I did not appreciate that.
Tried to shoot you with his gun, but
That too. I did a bad job.
You missed by 1. And I want to remind you that you're petite.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just AC and saving throws, not attacks. Yeah. So you missed by 1.
It's been a long day. It's been a long 48 hours for Mr. Goodfellow. Well, going to raise my shield for a second action. So that way my AC goes up. And then I'm going to, goodness gracious, what do I do with a third action? Sorry, I was really hoping that this would... that's also going to be a thing. Can I just try to punch him again?
Sure. Unfortunately, that also misses.
I also rolled another 8. Oh god, this is going to be a repeat of last week.
You take 2 swings, you raise your shield in the middle of it, try and swing again. This man looks like he's very, very skilled on like the slippery decks of ships, and he dodging, ducking, bobbing, and weaving under your blows.
If I could please ask you to stop dodging, it would be much easier for everyone involved.
Sure, I'll do that. You gotta go take a swim first.
But I've already used my actions.
Oh. Alexias, they know that you are no longer allied with them.
Wow, it's imagine that is the case, yeah.
You could make one hell of a deception roll to try and say it was an oopsie.
But that's not. This is not the time for that yet.
Okay.
But it is like on the menu. Okay, so here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to first. Can I just write myself here? Thank you. I want to shut this door as my first action.
Okay.
And then I want to, I don't know if this will take some sort of check, but I want to see if there's a way to lock it. Or
say
perhaps
if you want to use the thieves' tools to try and lock it.
I do.
Do you have
I
thieves'
really
tools?
do. I don't think I have these tools, actually.
I would say then you have to need keys or like some sort of
Yeah.
thieves' tools to do.
Is there, can you, I'm sorry to be this person. Will you describe the door to me?
The door just looks to be like just planks. It's not. It's something more used for storage than anything else. There isn't a padlock or anything on it. There's I would say just imagine like a shed of sorts. So it's just wooden, nothing fancy about it.
So here's where I'm going. Is there a handle or a knob?
It's definitely just one of those. Just push, pull. Yeah.
Just a pusher. Okay. Okay. All right. Then I think what I'm going to do.
Actually, you know what? Because they would store fish in this, they wouldn't want animals to get in, so there probably would be, maybe not like a handle door, probably something at the top, like more like a little hook and like a little one of those hook things to keep it shut. Yeah.
To keep it shut. Okay.
Like a
I would
latch?
like some sort of a latch. Yeah. Situation.
A latch. Yep.
Great. I would like to close that and
Okay.
essentially lock her inside
Alright.
for a moment.
So it's one action move, and you can close or open a door as part of that move. The second action is going to be the latch.
Mhm.
Okay.
Great, excellent. And then I think I can't remember if I actually had my crossbow drawn or not. I think I need to draw it.
Did you had a torch? No, you had your crossbow up. Did you? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's out on your sheet and out. So sure.
yeah. I haven't grabbed my
No way.
my mirror
You
yet.
didn't have your
Yeah,
crossbow. You had your mirror because you had the mirror out. It's a
That's
torch
what
and a
it is.
mirror. Yeah.
okay, cool. Then yes, I will keep the torch up for now because otherwise I can't see. See, mirror. I think it's best if I hold my action. My last action for now.
So you can't really hold an action, do anything.
Okay.
You need to spend 2 actions to hold for a single action.
Excellent.
You can
Okay.
just I would say, let me see what's left. We've got
No, it's okay. You know what I can do then? I will just do a quick
Yeah.
exploit vulnerability on
Sure.
badly injured here.
Yeah.
Since I have my mirror ready. Okay, what do I have to do for that? I think. Have I selected it?
You have not. It might be easier if you right click on the token and then you should see like a little bullseye icon. There you go.
Oh, there it
Got
is. Yeah. Sorry, I did double click. I'm so smart.
And make sure you have your token selected and rolled.
Okay, cool. I did. Did it roll for you? It's blind.
It did not yet.
Okay.
Is it showing you anything when you roll?
No. Sorry.
I'm gonna try and see if it works for me.
Okay.
It does not work for me, so what probably happened is macro was probably updated, and we just need to remove the one and add a new one. So you can
Okay.
remove it from the bar and go to the companion packs and look up split vulnerability and add it.
Remove impending impacts. Where is that? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to.
Uh,
Where is it? I don't know where it went.
oh, here. Will this work? Sorry, everybody.
Alright, let's do this. I could probably take a look at it during the break and see if I can fix it. Just roll
Great.
recall knowledge, and I'll let you know whether or not it hits.
Great. Okay. Hold on.
Alright. Okay. Alright. What would you like to know?
I'm going exploit vulnerability here. Or do you want to just say this is just a recall knowledge because of the issue with the background?
So I think you get to know as well on exploit vulnerability what their weaknesses are. If they're
Right. Oh, you mean mortal weakness versus the personal antithesis. I see.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna do personal antithesis.
Okay. Remind me which one that is? That is just...
So it means that my weapons do an additional
Perfect.
damage to them. Yeah.
Got it.
2 plus at my level.
Let's see if I can...
And then I think as a part of it, I get a general recall knowledge, but I've
That's
already
fine.
recalled knowledge on them before. So
Yeah.
like I already know everything
Okay.
about them.
Alright, we just need to remember to add that to damage.
Yeah, I'll make a note.
Manual.
I'll make a note.
Alright, D1 is going to go ahead and take some swings at Emmanuel. was right in front of him with his sporting axe. Let's see what happens. First attack. There's a natural one, unfortunately. The second attack is going to be... Actually... Yeah, I think a second attack is going to be a... natural 20.
Well, that's rude of him.
Yeah. That is going to do 10 points of damage.
Ouchies.
And his third attack, I don't think he's going to attack a third time. Well, he needs to reload his gun, but he does not have an ability to do that with just no hands free. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for him. He's going to just go ahead and he's going to try and intimidate you, actually, with a demoralize.
And how does he do that, Richard?
He misses the first and then comes back around with the second, which hits you hard, and he just lets out this, like, roar in your face as he pushes the blade down deeper into your chest. That is going to be a sus. I actually think I demoralized with you instead of that, but let me check with your... Yeah, they're fighting one. That's
Oops.
too many. Get rid of one. There we go. It's going to be all three of his turns. Up next is Lou, who I do not remember if Lou had their gun loaded or not. But Lucan's gonna come over here 1 footstep, target, and fire with their dueling pistol. That's a natural one, unfortunately. Also, it should no longer be frightened.
I think Lou would
Reload.
hero point that.
Not, as Kim said, not the sorry.
Damn.
It was a
Reload.
nice try, though.
And a critical hit on the second shot for Lou, which is going to do a lot of damage. This gunslinger is awesome. 8 points, because I roll like shit. He was very badly hurt. Piranha Swarm just continues eating whatever remains of the guy on there. But they're going to spend 2 actions to ready to charge up whatever guy falls into the water next. Vincent!
Are they just like halfway out of the water, just like mouths going?
Yeah.
Yeah, have you ever seen bait fish? Like
Yep.
jumping up? Yeah.
Alright, Vincent, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna torturous trauma that guy that's near death. Did it do it? There you go. So you have to do a save.
Yeah, do a
Richard.
Save. Fortitude save. He does save, so that's basic, so he's only going to take half damage.
Okay.
Let's go ahead
Can
and
the
roll
chat
damage.
see spell descriptions? Because this one is wild.
Yeah, they can
Awesome.
see spell descriptions. That 7 is only going to take half of that.
So all of the smoke, like that goop, falls out of my
Yeah.
mouth, crawls around my companions, and attacks him.
And it's going to go like all around Emmanuel, just crawling around, up, just pulling at his flesh, whatever. He looks very, very, very badly hurt right now. As he screams in pain, he yanks the axe out, and all of this black goop kind of crawls up and over him, like down into his mouth, up his nostrils and everything. And that's it for, Actually,
Okay.
one more action.
Yeah. I want to help Emmanuel. He's too far away. Maybe I'll. But I'm also hurt.
Take care of yourself. If you go down,
Right. Okay.
none of us can get you.
I'll heal myself. How about that? And then I'll come up later and heal you, Emmanuel.
Do you want to use battle medicine, or do you want to use a spell?
I'm gonna use a spell, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll cast heal on me. And then, oops. There we go.
All right.
And that's
All
my turn.
right. Sanai, you're currently up on the roof. You can move if you like to. Do what you like.
No, I can't see anyone, but I can only see the guy getting eaten, right?
Yeah, that guy's dead. He's dead.
Yeah, that was really sad.
I will say you do know that because you saw where they ran. If you continue heading left and then immediately to your right, you will see the turn right. You will see one of the other sailors, and the other person that's still alive ran into the room by Alexias.
Okay. I turn left and then. Okay, sure. That's me. Yeah, I know that's me. Move. So can I go
That's
like
gonna
here?
take you down. You're gonna have to hop down from that.
Or you're talking about this way?
Right, turn right. And then, I'm sorry, go east and then go south and you will see a guy.
This way.
I don't think you can
Okay.
cross the wall, so you want to go.
I don't. Yeah, can you move me? Because I'm not sure why
Sure.
I can't. Right.
So you want to go east? I think you
Thanks.
could see him now.
Okay, great. Yeah, and I'm gonna do electric. It's electric.
Okay.
Tonight, where? Oh shoot! Lost the page. Cast it. I just selected him. Target. Okay.
All right, let me roll this saving throw. What does it look like when you cast electric arc?
I think it's called electric arc, but it's essentially just like ash, but like it kind of, I think the ash that kind of like comes off of like as it's burning off my body, it kind of like peels off, and it like kind of moves just fast enough, and it almost looks like it's electricity that's just flying off, but it's just like peels of like her flesh. It's just like ash and flesh coming off.
All right. So the saving throw, that is failure. Let's go ahead and roll damage.
Beautiful.
Yep, no damage.
Okay. Let's D4.
That's going to do 2. You only have 1 hit point left, so that's enough to just take him out. He goes, as this electricity charged ash flies off your body and slams into him. Doesn't have anywhere else to go as he falls. Dissipates.
I wasn't here to do the whole non-lethal thing, but I know that was supposed to be a thing.
In character, you definitely were.
We did discuss it.
So
yeah,
I forgot as a player. I'm actually not. So if can I have that one?
Sure, non-lethal is
I
fine.
follow the rules. I do.
Unless someone tells me otherwise, my assumption is going to be non-lethal attacks.
Okay.
For now.
Yeah.
Unlike
base Pathfinder, in this module, we don't suffer a penalty, so it's not something where you would have to call it out beforehand, or it might affect rolls.
Okay.
Normally, if you make a non-lethal attack with a lethal weapon, you have like a -2 penalty to the attack roll, which can be huge.
All right. Okay. That's Deniska's turn. Dahlia, you're up next.
I'm worried about her. She's gonna start blasting.
Yes.
I can't see anyone, can I?
Locked her. I want to stress this. You locked her in a room filled with bombs that can be used by anyone, but are meant to be used as weapons. There's crates of them in there. So,
but in there, she's not out here, which was what I was trying to accomplish.
that's fair.
Just let her be for a second. She's
Yes,
fine.
let's breathe for a moment, right?
Do I have any idea of where anyone else is right now?
I would say you can see a little bit of blue. You know that Sanai is up at the top, so you know where everyone is.
Any more bad people besides the one locked in the room?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, and then we know that there are a bunch of them in the big building to your left.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah.
they're kind of.
Yeah,
We
they barricaded
traumatized
themselves.
Yeah.
You scared them. They don't feel like coming out currently, so that's not an immediate concern. Okay. Then I don't have much I can do. We need those ones, so I don't want to lock the door. I'm just gonna move out so that Vincent can probably get somewhere close by. I don't know where I want to move. I guess I'll go to Alexias and help him with whatever little scheme he's got going on.
Less a scheme and more of a yes and situation over here, I think.
I'll be ready with you for whatever's about to happen.
Won't get me
Here we
going.
go. Oh, look at us in a nice little clump. I love that for us. Oh, I shouldn't have clumped.
I'd say Sanai's on the roof, so she's not in that clump. But yeah,
Still, it's
right
a
now.
bunch of clump. The three of us.
You can take a step back if you would
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. Just, I mean, if she hits us with a cone, it's gonna cone, but it's fine. Yeah, I don't see any immediate threat besides the. I'm just gonna be like, what are we gonna do about her? She's gonna come out blasting.
Can I answer, or is this
Sure.
how does that? I know, but we needed to take her out for a moment, right? Now we can formulate a quick plan, huh? She's probably facing the door, so we need to come in from other angles.
If you open the door, I will be the first one through.
Oh gosh. I'd rather not see you exploded.
I really don't want anyone else to get hurt, huh?
Yeah.
That's okay. I can be hurt as much as you need.
Look, wait, let me, before you go blasting, look at me, Emmanuel.
All right. And I can't really hold an action, so I'm just gonna.
You still
Can
have
I-
2 actions, so you can hold if you like.
Yeah. Am I like right next to where she's in there, or
No,
We have
I
no
am.
idea.
it's
Door's
okay.
right in front of Alexias.
Oh, okay.
Don't you open that door. We don't know where she is.
Right.
I opened it.
Unlock it.
I'm
I'm gonna
sorry.
lock that door. There we go.
All right. If I could go any further, I would try to
I mean,
move with one of my actions, right? Or again, or no?
what is your range with your weapon? Because you could, in theory, back up closer to Vincent and still be able to see like inside that cabin if you wanted to be further back.
Maybe I should just stay next to you and then line of sight in there, be ready with a crossbow bolt.
Okay.
In case
I think you
get
need to
lost.
spend an action to reload your crossbow because you borrowed it last round. So you have 1 action left if there's anything you would like to do with that. You could, in theory, hide if you'd like to, because they can't see you, they don't know where you are. So there's enough, like there's a gate, like not a gate, sort of like fencing wall situation along the edges of the pier that you can try and duck behind if you'd like to hide. Go ahead.
Sure,
Doesn't hurt.
why not? Doesn't hurt.
It's just roll hard. Oh.
Well, we'll see, won't we? Off we go.
Emmanuel, you lose sight of Dahlia for an instant before you realize she's right there. The only reason you know where she is because she's literally right there.
I see you. You are good at that.
Yeah. Alright, that means to Emmanuel. It is now your turn?
May I delay until after Alexias?
Sure.
I would like to, if I can, as a free action, call out, if you open that door, I will go through.
All right. Alexias.
I'm not opening this door. I am not strong enough for that. What I would like to do is get up on the roof with Sanai.
Because we're in that combat right now, it's going to be an athletics check because you're not able.
Oh no! How high is the roof?
10 feet.
Oh yeah, I don't need to athletics check. I'm gonna just move over. I'm gonna open my mirror. The other me will appear up there, and then I will be up there.
Did you dump strength and athletics so you didn't have to, because you could just teleport with your mirror?
Correct.
Okay. That's smart. That's smart.
10 feet to your height. Over here, just so we can keep track.
Immediately get scared.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will just
say if Sanai's over there, you'll probably need to be over here, or maybe.
Excellent, no problem. Yeah, I just want to be up there next to Sanai, both of us at the corner up there, right? And I've essentially just like my mirror comes up, another me is up there, and then hello, Sanai, and I will just be up there.
That's the freakiest thing ever, and I'm me.
Okay.
You have burning skin lightning.
I know.
I will dismiss my original self as my last little bit of this, so I am just up with Sanai now.
Okay. And that'll be it for you, Alexias.
Yes, it will. Have at it!
Voila. Emmanuel.
I'm going to one action, move up. Second action.
Be very careful.
Raise my shield.
Okay.
And I was right behind Alexias. I assume I know how he latched the door and can unlatch it. Can I unlatch and open, or would that be two actions?
I think unlatch. I'm going to say it's a pretty simple, so you can definitely unlatch and open it as your third action.
That's what I do. I don't kick the door open. I turn the knob, I push it, and I say, hello.
Yeah. You unlatch and open it, and you look inside. You just see crates. You see no sign of Deniska where we are.
Out of character, she is super invisible. She's super invisible, guys.
I would imagine something if you could. Yeah.
I don't even think that's metagame. We literally talked to her this in-game morning about being invisible.
Invisibility potions, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That's true.
She's gone.
Lou's gonna be like, maybe I can find her, and he is going to come in here.
No, Lou.
One action. Doesn't see. The thing is, he's got the best sight. His second action is going to be to seek.
Okay.
Who is in my range? If anything happens, I can hopefully try and protect them.
Let me look up some numbers.
Oh boy.
I want to see. His third action is going to be to back the hell out of her. But
Smart.
I need to see if he sees her. Or if she sees.
Well, they rolled a natural 13, which I think means they instantly die.
Oh, wow.
So, Kristen's going to need to make a new character for next session.
No.
That's good.
Don't say that.
Yeah, let's not.
Don't put that evil on Kristen when you're not even here.
Yeah.
I'm putting that evil on Kristen so it won't happen.
Apotropaic.
Yes. Apopotamic.
We'll work on it, okay?
Lou shouts out, I can hear her in here. I can't see her. He's able to tell that she is in this room. Can't see her. His gun is not loaded, but he just wanted to confirm that she was in there. And with that, he is going to back out immediately. Maybe come out all the way here. That's going to be all three of Lou's actions. Fanos, Bubble, over there. Vincent.
I don't have anything that can help with invisible people. So I will I think I'll just heal Goodfellow while we figure out how to find, unless GM, I have this spell called Sigil where I can place a tattoo on a creature and mark them. Would it? I don't know. Oh, I have to touch them. Never mind. Okay, I'm just gonna heal Emmanuel.
It might be a 5e thing, but I think Fairy Fire can be used to identify concealed things. That might also be a second level spell. It's been a second since I've looked at it. But there are definitely ways of unconcealing invisible creatures.
Oh no, I think you might be too far, actually.
Okay, then I'll spend one action to stop.
Okay.
But no, it's the consequences of my actions.
I'll move up 10 feet first,
Within range, you know.
and then I will spell heal. Okay, roll healing.
Oh,
There you go.
Nice.
Okay, that's me.
Ooh, thank you.
Mhm. So now you're up next.
I would like to. Holding is one action, correct?
2.
It's 2. Okay.
And you can only hold a 1-action ability. So you
Right.
can't hold a 2-action
Yeah,
ability.
I think I will. I can't really do anything. I'll just shield myself.
Okay.
Because I can't do anything else.
He's not a bad idea.
Being defensive is usually a good option. I'll say that again out of character. That's a good idea.
And that honestly, that's gonna be me, man. That's gonna be me.
Let's see if there's anything else. I was just checking to see if there was anything else you could do that might help.
Actually, well, I mean, I have light. I could put some light over there, but I don't know if we want that.
Alexias currently has a torch.
I'm holding a torch, yes.
I mean, I would say that would let Alexias drop the
Yeah.
torch, but
The thing
I don't.
is, right now I can't shoot my crossbow because I have to hold my torch and then.
Okay, so I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Are you
Excellent.
casting light on Alexias then, or?
I think I'll cast it on. I could, if I cast on Alexios, that could work because you're kind of stationary.
It would also make me a bit of a target.
I think it would make you a bit of a target. Do you want?
No.
No. Okay.
You could also
Pass
put it
on
on
Emmanuel.
Goodfellow, who does not mind being a target.
Yeah. Or on Goodfellow's shield, right?
So
Is it gonna be on an object?
Sure.
are you okay with that?
Yeah.
So it looks like fire. So it looks like she's about to cast some fire on you. And it just
No.
Can you make it look like a target and please hit this? How
Yeah,
fancy
I'll
can
do
you
that.
get?
I kind of swirl it very
Nice.
clearly.
Oh.
And it blows up like a
Ooh.
fireball, but it kind of
Oh.
targets straight in the middle and leaves this
Oh.
shimmering flamish light.
Mm.
Everyone, look what I've done.
Let me go ahead and check that light spell onto yourself, Emmanuel.
Okay.
Will do.
There we go.
Excellent. Oh.
Alright, that'll be it for Sanai. The top of this round. She has grabbed a random wand. She does not know what it does. She is currently invisible because Emmanuel guessed it right. And she is going to point it and fire it off. And we'll see what it does. I have a random wand roll. So
Oh,
we'll see what
no.
happens.
This could be a CPK as this.
Yeah.
But we're all in a line.
It's hard to say. I am slightly to the side.
And I guess
We're up.
Well, you're
We're
up.
up. We're up.
We
We can run.
Oh,
I can move fast. I put on my boots.
It's probably fine.
okay. Let's see. We're going to target Emmanuel with that.
Oh.
And this is going to be... I can use... Alright. Where is... Want to make it a... What's going to be a bonus, a +4 on that because of that. She could be fails. So you see her come into appearance over here with a wand in her hand. And she points it at Emmanuel. I'm sure what it does. Emmanuel, you feel this sort of like grip of something threatening to just throw you out into the bay.
Oh.
And you resisted though.
No.
You resisted. She critically failed. So it's one move, 2 to activate the wand. That's all she can do. You can see her then reach down for another wand nearby. She's like, back the fuck off! And that's going to be it for her. Dahlia, you see her? She does have cover because Emmanuel's right there. And it's kind of shooting through a door frame. Emmanuel's taking up most of it. So I'm going to give her a little better cover than normal.
I'm trying to not be an obstacle in my friend's way. Is there a feat I can take to, like, turn to the side?
I think there is, actually.
Alright, I'll have to take the turn feat.
Alright, Dahlia.
Yeah, I guess. Sorry, Daniska. Sometimes it's just how it go.
Well, let me get rid of the spear. It's gone now.
As long as I don't accidentally kill you. Crossbow.
That hit. Even with the cover.
Hell yeah.
Damn it.
You would get sneak attack on this.
I will.
I forgot to
Hooray.
add sneak attack, but...
Is she at all blinded because I have a big shield that has a big
No.
bright light on the...
No.
You tried.
Ooh, that is
10 points
nice
of damage.
number.
Nice.
She takes a heavy hit to her chest. As you're aiming the crossbow to wound, not to kill, it just clips off the side of her chest, but she staggers down to one knee. She looks badly hurt, but she's still standing.
So sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry about it. Sorry, baby. I could try to hit her again, but I would take the penalty and plus the other stuff. I don't think I'll do that for now. I think I will move a little bit further out of the way. So maybe she won't hit me with that crossbow or with the next wand she gets. And
Sure.
I'm gonna reload my crossbow.
Okay. Alexias, you're currently on the roof. You can see through the doorframe, but Emmanuel is definitely taking up a big chunk of that doorframe just with the width of his shoulders.
All right. First thing I'm going to do is take my torch and throw it into the ocean.
Right. Go ahead.
I'm so
Say
glad
dropping an
Ocean
item
was
as
the
a
last
free
word
action.
there.
You can easily do that. Yep.
Excellent. Free action, throw it into the ocean. Then,
get rid of
because I
that
can see
for you.
her and
Right
she
up.
can see me, let's see, how far away is she? 10, 15, 20. Okay, I'd like to intimidate her with my intimidating look.
Okay.
Yes, and try and get
Intimidating
that
where?
fear back into her. It's a demoralize?
Demoralize.
Oh, sorry. No, me and then her. There we go. That is the one I want. Okay. Go.
That is a success.
Excellent. Now, for my last section, I essentially want to like interact with her a little bit and be like, just stop. You've lost. Huh?
Okay.
Put it down.
I'm gonna say all of her companions are currently downed. She is at 1 hit point at the moment.
He does not
She's,
look for you.
She holds up her hand. She has wand in one hand and nothing in the other, because she used it to drink a potion last time. Drops the wand, holds up her hands, and I think at that we will end the encounter.
Woohoo!
Goodfellow will, if nobody stops him, walk up to her, pull out some handcuffs, and say, "You are under arrest. I don't know the rest of this speech."
If she's handcuffed, I'll treat her wounds so she's not so close to death.
I'll also bring her out of the wand room because that's not a room that we
Yeah.
want her to be in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would like to maybe be closer to where like Alexias and Lou are with her, and then the rest of my party can go in there and have fun with the grab bag.
Grab bag of wands.
Yeah.
Yeah, you easily manacle. Oh, who did you try to heal, Deniska? Yeah, that fortunately does very little. As you try to bind her wounds, but she just has so many wounds from so many different attacks that it's impossible to staunch all of it together.
That's fine. I just didn't want her so close to death when we brought her in.
Right. Just down there, you know.
Down, definitely. It's just not.
Oh.
On that note, I'm going to mirror teleport down, and I'm going to reach into my pack and grab a couple of sprigs of pennyroyal, little tiny plants. And I'm going to just lay them on each of the downed folks and root them to life. I know that they're not dying or anything, but just to stabilize them.
Okay. Yeah, they're not dying. They're not bleeding out. They're just unconscious. Probably wake up with very, very bad headaches or muscles, bruises, scars.
Do we put handcuffs on them too?
Yes.
I think it's probably for the best, whoever we are taking in. Eh?
Also, everybody in this one building that we scared, they're probably going to need to come down with us too.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so
So-
many people.
You have 6 pairs of cups. There are way, way more than 6 people unconscious right
Also,
now.
they're just dock workers. These are the people who are doing the shipping of the contraband.
Hey, out of character, I imagine the people who are working the docks would probably know 1 or 2 things.
Yes, but I don't know that.
That's fair. Okay.
You think I spend a lot of time at these docks?
I was going to start scratching the windows again while you guys figure this out. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Oh, no!
Wow.
It killed them all! It killed them all!
Oh.
They killed 1.
I just want to like cognate for a moment, like on that moment that Vincent and Alexias had when you told me not to be mean to people, and that's not the way to get things done. I'm thinking of this, and I'm watching you scratch the windows, and I think that's my boy.
He took one of my cigarettes. He's scaring these people.
There's a very specific, different circumstance when I said that.
No,
It
at
was,
yourself.
that man technically didn't do anything wrong.
you're a muckman.
We
right
are
now,
very
is
much
all
on
I'm going
the
to
same
say.
bad.
page on most moral things. That one thing I thought was very incorrect.
I admire your work. That's all I'm trying to say.
Thank you.
I am reading Deniska pages out of my self-written Bible. And I am trying
You
to...
would write a manifesto. You have manifesto guy written all.
It's like parables that Goodfellow wrote that he thinks applies to everyday life. And just trying to get her to turn her life around.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
So, who's taking who in? What are we doing with these things?
Well, I think that, of course, Emmanuel is very interested in making sure everyone arrives safely at the station. Huh?
One moment. And this is a good chance to turn your life around. Yes.
So that seems like a good job for him. If he is
He's
interested.
also the best one to lift all of the unconscious ones.
I'm good at lifting.
You very much are. Even
Yes.
tired.
Dahlia, will you come and look at these
Absolutely. I'll
wondering
join.
media?
So
think-
interested, actually.
I'll join. I finally made it down.
You want me to
Oh,
go
off the
down.
roof?
Yeah.
Good fella, do you want me
Yeah.
to go pull the car around so you
You head
can...
inside. Yeah, I'll pull
Let's
it
go.
out.
Let's get in there.
Okay.
You head
So
inside to look at
excited.
these wands. There's definitely 3 crates full of wands. A lot of them packed with straw just to keep them from being damaged, rubbing up against each other, automatically triggering. Not sure. There's not really any sort of like label or marks on any of these wands to tell what they do. The crates are probably roughly the size, like probably 2 feet by a foot.
Oh,
There's about 3 of them.
Wow.
They don't have any labels on them. There's no labels on the crates whatsoever, or anything. It's just crates of wands, unmarked, unsure what they do.
I
So
think that
dangerous.
I'm full on
Very
Kinder Candy
dangerous.
store right now.
I didn't know that would pop up like a text bubble.
Yeah. That's fair.
I'm very excited about these wands. I'd like to inspect them very carefully
Mhm.
and see if I know anything about anything about them. Right?
Sure.
Whatever kind of recall knowledge that might look like.
I think that would definitely be a Zoderic lore check.
That's a
Not
fair.
only be an Arcana or something like that, but
Great.
Would you-
Excellent. Yeah.
Should I try an Arcana check just to see if I know anything
Yeah.
about this?
I was
I
gonna
think I could
ask.
do it
Can I
for
do
mine.
it?
sure. Sure.
Arcana. Here we go. I'm not terrible
You
at
can
it.
do Arcana, you can do Religion, you can do Zodiac lore, Nature,
Hell yeah.
or Occultism.
Let's see.
Uh,
That's
I'm
gonna-
gonna let everyone know their roles first.
Oof. Not great. Middling.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that's everyone's roles. So,
Yeah.
Sanai and Dahlia, you kind of look over these wands. You can't really make heads or tails out of them. They just seem to be just very, very simply made, handcrafted wands of very good quality. Alexias, as you were looking over it, just somewhere back in like this file cabinet of weird things that you seem to remember. You're looking at these wands and you're tapping through those files or however your mental library or whatever it is. You can't really about the wands themselves, but the wood is definitely a kind of wood that's very unique to Crystallia. They're probably manufactured there. This specific wood is only grown in the gardens of some of the more affluent clergy members. They are all ironwood. It's a very, very rare wood and definitely has the power to hold enchantments very well.
Mhm.
So that's why you figure that these wands are probably made in Crystallia, which isn't news to you.
Sure.
But because these wands have this very specific type of wood, either someone in the clergy was directly involved, someone in the clergy staff was directly involved, or something like that.
All right. I'm going to look in like mixed excitement, horror, and like a little bit of mischief over to Dahlia. This is
As we're looking through these wands, you're kind of like rummaging through, like trying to find out more information. They're all made out of ironwood. One, which looks to be made out of solid gold.
Oh, I picked that.
Oh my god.
This is all
It's-
ironwood. This is all, and like getting close, right? Close, tight shot here. This is Chrysalian clergy. This is political big time, huh? This is solid gold.
And
I tried
as
to touch
you
it.
look over it a bit, as you lift it up, it's like very eerily warm to the touch. And you can actually see carvings on it that bears the profile of an aged man on its handle, whose identity is definitely unknown.
Oh my god.
This is somebody's like pretty wand.
Yes, I think it's pretty powerful too.
Oh,
There's no way to know that testing it right now, is there?
Well, perhaps
So-
do you recognize who
Okay.
this man is? This carved man?
Probably not with my Arcana check.
No,
can
definitely
we?
do
Not with
not.
that one.
No.
Can we roll again?
Yes, this is a different check you can roll to identify it. So you have an option. And let me do it this way. Let me see if I can. I wonder if I could put something in the chat for you to kind of roll. 1 second, please.
Okay.
Where is it? Just for now.
I have.
Anyone who wants to can pick one of those checks in the chat and roll.
Okay. Let's see.
I asked the question, so I think narratively I am waiting for y'all to see if you know I'm not going to make a check.
Right? I see
Yes,
Sanai's roll.
there is.
I see Dahlia's roll. Anyone else would like to make those checks? As you all kind of like gather around because Alexias did mention Golden One can absolutely do it. I say Sanai and Dahlia, you have no idea what this one is, what it does.
I look really hard though.
Dude,
So hard.
Here's the thing. I think I know someone who may be able to identify this.
That's
Okay.
helpful.
Reed has been studying these things for a very long time. He may be able to help us. Reed, aka the mayor.
Sanai's look was like Reed. His name.
Oh, we're already first name based.
Now.
Well, you know,
Not
it-
Mr. Mayor.
we were at dinner.
Most.
It seemed to, but he has been studying the ways of the magical arts for a very long time.
And you're sure he is someone we can trust?
I think so. I'm sure he has the city's interests at his best and in his heart.
Well, I trust you, so fine. I
And
agree.
whatever we do with these other ones, I do not think this one should go where they go.
I think there's a reason that it's different, and I think we should look into it.
All right.
Great. So we all agree. I'll put it into my jacket pocket. All right. And what do we do with the rest, Captain?
Is that directed to
You.
me?
Everybody, we're both looking at you.
No,
Captain?
me? Are you serious? I mean, I guess load them up for now. We'll figure out where they all go.
We'll load them up on the same cart that's going to the station.
I suppose so.
I mean, that it's pretty full of, unconscious.
It's full of
bodies
people.
right
I mean,
now.
we could
It's
put
not-
it. We could always just load it onto the ship, or something.
That's true. We could bring the boat around.
Well, I don't know if we want our boat here. Everyone
That's fair.
inside might be able to see, but we could take them a little ways, put them there for now, figure it out. I mean, we got to get all these people
Right.
to.
The thing is, when we deliver these people to the station, they're going to be asking about the contraband, the reason that we are bringing them in. So we have to bring
Well,
something.
Right. I mean, I think most of these should go in to evidence. I think we need to keep track of the gold one, and
Absolutely.
maybe one or two of us just to for research.
I am a very big believer in research.
Sanai has one.
It
in
is
her
my
hand.
whole life, and I agree with you 100%, mon capitaine.
Mhm.
Research.
Yeah, research. It does tie into our case right now and everything.
It is important, I think. All right,
Yeah.
so the bodies go in the car, and the wands go in the boat.
Sure.
Any problems with that for anyone?
No.
No.
Emmanuel, Vincent?
What?
Vincent went to go get the carriage and pulled it up closer to the dock so we could load people in easier. Help
Excellent.
Goodfellow.
Excellent.
I'm trying to write a story about piranhas.
Oh, excellent. You keep doing that then. Okay, so it seems like we're fine then here. Yes. Great, so we have a plan of what's happening.
It's great.
We're all in alignment.
If you have any qualms, we can of course talk about it.
I don't know what's going on, but I approve of whatever you're doing.
Oh, do you?
Do you? All
We
right.
will remember that for later.
Right.
You have a blanket pass unless it's murder
Whee!
Oh.
Oh, that's powerful. That's very
or
powerful.
arson.
Hey,
Okay, well
but that's
now we're
my-
adding.
It's
but
okay.
that's my whole thing.
You know what? Neither of those things have happened.
How about this? How about let's roll it back. Arson that leads to murder.
Okay, victimless crime equals fine.
Hey,
You
out
know
of
what?
character? Literally, yes.
I've always said that.
I know what you people are doing over there, and I don't care.
Yeah.
As long as these people are brought to justice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Good walk. As long as they're not dead.
Perhaps maybe we should address with the still conscious prisoner where these are coming from and why she's bringing them into the city.
She might have fallen asleep because she's bored and also losing blood.
She was very, very, very much unconscious, not asleep. She's watching what you do to the other gnome very, very carefully to make sure you're not hurting him, not doing anything else.
He's like right next to her. Like all the bodies are like
Yeah.
around me, and I'm doing story time.
That's chilling. I would just like to say that you're
A
doing
little
story
bit.
time with a bunch of unconscious
Yeah.
bodies.
They're not dead.
And
maybe-
Dahlia just kind of looks up, very, very annoyed at everyone as Emmanuel continues to recite whatever.
You said Dahlia, I think you meant
Not
Deniska.
Dahlia. Sorry,
What
two
are you-
gnomes. Two gnomes. Deniska.
Racist?
Not all notes.
Sorry.
They do both start with
Sorry.
TA names. I just want to throw that out there.
So fair.
Deniska looks very annoyed at Emmanuel
A
But
piranha is a metaphor for gluttony. So
Why don't we can probably, question them maybe back at the station.
I'm not questioning, I'm lecturing.
I don't
I-
mind.
I will tell you whatever you want to know as long as you shut him up.
Okay.
She nods at
should
Emmanuel.
we move off the docks though?
I hear what you're saying, and I think that's probably very wise. How far away is Vincent right now?
Right there.
Vincent, are you up with the rest or?
I don't know how long would it have taken me to go bring the car
Oh,
around.
not that far because you parked the car fairly close by, and so not that far.
Okay,
It only
so
fits 6 people in it, though. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 people, not including the ones in the building.
How many are unconscious of them? Of that?
All of them except for Daneska.
Oh, there are 16 unconscious folks.
yeah, remember all the people we
15
Long
unconscious
pile in
folks.
the, in the
Oh.
storage closet.
I have forgotten all of the people littered around.
Well, they're all in a storage closet. where
That's
you
right.
All their clothes.
That's
No,
right.
you put a few in there, you put some others, like a little bit
I
behind the
remember
bar.
stealing their clothes.
as well.
That I remember
Yeah.
very strongly.
I bet
Yeah.
if we tied some to the roof, we could get more people on there.
No, that looks so bad.
I think we only take
The leaders.
the 3. Yeah.
Mhm.
Does the 6 people include us, or is it just
No,
us and
does not
and
include
more?
you. You can only fit 6 people in there, I guess, plus also a driver, so technically 7.
If you'd
I will say
like,
this.
I
will
can
s-
take the carriage, and you all can stay here and look for anything important for investigations.
do
I think we
that.
want to question.
There's also catch poles around the city, like these town guards, militia, that you can talk to, get them to go to local police station, get more carts as well, if you would like to.
I don't want to take any of these like fisherman people. They just thought
Right.
that a spirit from the ocean came up and attacked them. They're
Right.
not going to think it's anything.
They're not going to be useful in the investigation either. And honestly, it's best to just let them sleep it off and think they had a bad dream.
Okay.
Yeah. Most of what I affected them with is called nightmare. So
So
So they've had a very unfortunate nightmare, and we will take
Night.
Daniska and her friend.
right.
You can do magic dreams.
yeah.
So don't lie to us anymore.
Good and bad.
Oh.
You all frighten me a lot. But I love you.
Very
I
sweet.
love you too.
Oh,
This is such a great group.
I will keep the lying to a minimum.
Good.
Okay.
all right. Let's get off these docks before
Yeah,
the
let's
people in
unpack
there
that later.
start.
Can we like double
Yeah.
up on the cart? Can someone sit on someone's lap?
We have the boat, so
Yeah.
Oh,
I
guess-
can drive the cart because
Mhm.
that's what I'm good at.
Right. I think, if I may, that Vincent should drive the cart with Emmanuel and the ones that we are taking. Sanai, myself, Lou, and Dahlia, we can carry the crates to the boat,
Sure,
right? Because it's not that far away.
The boat you opted not to bring with you because
Right,
it was
right.
too noisy, so you took the cart from the station instead.
But we could
Right.
go get the boat and
Go get the cart,
Ship
get
it
the boat.
over
It's going to
here.
take you a couple of hours to get through all of it. But
I
sure.
thought
Okay.
we hid this
Do that.
boat farther off like we did the last time. I thought we had both the car and the boat.
I think.
Oh, that's
we
right.
did-
You had 2 different people come in.
Yeah,
That's
we
right.
have
Two
different.
groups.
Yeah, okay, the boat isn't that far. You can absolutely get that as well.
Okay,
You load the crates onto the boat.
Yeah.
great. Love that.
May I, before we leave, and I don't know if we're that yet, but could Goodfellow go into the room where the crates are?
Sure.
Okay. I'm not hiding this. I'm like walking away while everybody's in plain view.
Oh yeah, I will accompany you.
Okay. There are 6 of us total, so I would like to grab 6 wands, just randomly, put them in the bottom of my bag, and then leave.
Okay.
I will not say a word, and I will think to myself once again, that's my boy.
He's got a very specific code. Okay.
Alright.
Looks like
So, Emmanuel grab 6 wands.
Yes, sir. These are all made of ironwood, you said earlier, correct? They are.
Except for the one
I would
golden
not-
one.
I don't grab that one, I imagine. I also
No, I
would
have that.
say
That's gone.
I would
Yeah.
also say that these are probably distinctive from other wands, but Goodfellow would not know that.
Alright, so Alexias has the golden wand, and Emmanuel's taking 6 wands.
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
Sanai, did you keep the one that you were just holding? Like research.
No, no, I didn't because I understood the plan. I thought we were going to use them for later, so
Right.
I thought we were going to take them later. So
Well, you never say never.
I mean, they're on our boat now.
right,
We are not
No.
bringing them in yet. Yeah.
Yeah,
she
we
did
haven't
not take a
taken them.
wand.
Nobody else
She-
knows about this exactly.
Yes,
kind
but the
of,
moment
yet.
that those the moment that people that we're bringing in get into the station and start to be questioned, we
Yeah,
will be
they'll
talking about them. So,
But I mean, we're not going to keep all of the crates for ourselves. We have to turn them in.
of course,
They
not.
don't
But
know
there
about
are-
the 6 in my bag.
That's true. There are.
And who knows
three
how many
places.
Deniska used to fight us? I mean,
Are they hungry
gosh.
for me?
I will
The
say
remaining-
that I will say this about like what you can keep and what you can. Just as a reminder, it's been a while since I mentioned it. You're free to take anything you want as part of your investigation and use it as part of your investigation. At the end of the investigation, it's expected that you turn things in.
Mhm.
Now you can keep them if you want. You just better hope they don't find out about it.
I'm going to hazard a guess out of character that this group is not going to divulge everything that we find in our investigation.
The other thing is, if you want to keep it and keep it above board after the investigation, you can pay to keep whatever items you want as well.
What are the
But this,
policies if we have receipts that state that we purchased these ethically and legally?
Yes, the receipts will say that you purchased them ethically and legally from the Royal Homeland Constabulary.
What if we say we purchased them ethically and legally from other places?
If you would like to try forgery kind of thing, you can absolutely do that. If you want to try and lie, you can absolutely do that. It's up to you.
Well,
Up to you. Yeah.
yeah, definitely one. Then I took one.
So we'll meet back at the station is the plan?
I'm a big man. Am I gonna fit in a cart in a carriage with all these unconscious people?
You'll be fine.
Yeah, we're not taking all of them. We're just taking what? The 3.
Three.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you're fine.
so I don't have to surf on the roof.
No,
No.
you want to, but no.
Yeah, it's like you could if you want. You don't have to.
I think Vincent won't let me.
They're slowing us down. There's too much drag.
That too. A lot of wind resistance, my friend.
You can take the boat. You have the boat and you have the with the crates. Dahlia has to drive that boat.
It's great.
So who's going in the boat and who's going in the carriage? So AJ and not AJ, Sanai and Dahlia are going in the boat,
As am I.
and Alexias in the boat. Emmanuel and Vincent on the carriage with the 3 unconscious people, which
Yes.
are Deniska, Blender, the other gnome, and who's the third person we're taking?
I think the captain of
Louis.
the boat.
The captain,
The captain.
Dion.
Yeah.
You don't know his name? Yeah, you do know his name because he introduced you to yourself a long time ago when you're pretending to have a wedding. His name is
right.
Dion. Dion.
Jordan
That's
told
right.
me. Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
who's
you-
Lou going with?
Get into your
Who's
bag.
on the boat?
Lou's
Lou
on-
is coming with us. Yeah, on the
Got
boat.
it.
Okay.
Lou's coming in the boat. Yeah. You get into various methods of transportation. Make your way back to the RHC. The boat is faster, so you arrive there faster. And you quickly unload. There's like a little transportation carriage. Take it from the RHC docks to the RHC itself. Put the crates on there. Head into the RHC. You can turn them into the evidence room.
Before we do that, are we bringing all the crates in?
I mean, Emmanuel already pocketed 6. How many do you need?
You don't know that.
I don't need anything. I just want to make sure we are all on the same page with what we are doing.
We don't have to give anyone anything, right?
Well, we'll have to give them back to the constabulary, right? Like, they need to process them as evidence. I'm happy to carry them all in. I just wanted to make sure we knew what we were doing. Because it seems to me that there was someone who really wanted us to do this. And I just wanted to make sure that everything is going to be okay with that person.
I agree.
I think we have enough to do our investigations. We should turn everything in.
All right. Let us do so.
You'll take the crates and take them over to the evidence room. The night clerk over there takes them all in, quickly logs them. He writes out like a bill of receipt, so and he has to all to sign them so that they were signed in. There's a paper trail of these people brought them in. This is what they brought in. Puts them out in the back. We'll let you know if we find anything else unusual as we go through them all. Thank you.
Thank you.
After some time, Emmanuel and Vincent arrive on the carriage with two unconscious people and one conscious person. Take him down into the jail cells beneath the constabulary. The jail cells currently are empty at the moment, but you put them in the jail cells without any issue. There's someone down there as well. Takes a record of who's bringing in and everything. And says, I'll make sure this gets to the courts so we can have a speedy trial. If you'd like to interrogate anyone, just let me know. We'll take them up to the interrogation room.
Excellent.
There should probably be a note about Miss DW and her connection to our case. We might need to speak with her further.
Just let me know when. Make sure that she's up in the interrogation room for you.
Thank you.
You all kind of gather together in like the lobby, very cantankerous looking Flo at the front desk instead of Peggy. Looks very, very annoyed that you're all here, tracking mud on all of our floors.
I would
changed my
wipe my
shoes.
feet before I walked in.
I changed my shoes back into my heel.
I'm covered in mud.
Yeah.
Wiping my shoe probably doesn't help much, but I do wipe them. I
We
try.
did take a little bit of a swim in the bay.
Boy.
So a little bit cleaner, but it's mostly Vincent, whatever remnants of makeup and just mud. Little bits of like weeds, grass that you had just dripping everywhere. She looks absolutely, absolutely disgusted. But she chooses not to say anything. You blow her a kiss,
Investigators.
and she just like looks at you. Take that back. Take it back. I don't want it.
Oh,
Wow.
Wait, who blew her the kiss?
Vincent.
dang.
Benny, my
One
man.
day we will be really good friends. All of us, including you.
I would not hold my breath. We are co-workers, and that's how we will be.
That's what they all say.
I respect your choice.
I don't.
Some of us need a clear divide between work and friends. It's fine.
Oh,
Is this time?
Okay.
Is it time to
Some
call it
people
a-
do, and I respect their choices. Some people don't. It's fine.
mark Dahlia off of friends list.
Oh wow! I was
Wow.
talking about for Flo, but okay, that's fine.
That was A full-on MySpace knockdown out of the top 8.
No longer than top 8. Yeah.
Okay.
That is a deep cut. That is a deep cut. Alright.
I'm a millennial, everyone.
Me too. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
Why do you think I know basic HTML?
There.
Had
It
to
is
put the
currently
Bear Pop opera banners on there.
Your own playlist.
it's currently 3, 4 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, it's time to go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a
Agreed.
rough couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. At least
I
we
have
some
been
resting
up.
out of it.
For over 40 hours.
Emmanuel, please sleep tonight. Please promise you'll sleep tonight.
I'm going to just sit down on the floor.
Oh, not here.
I'm going.
Do you?
Floor's like,
do you-
no, not on my floor. Get up,
No,
get
not
up,
here.
up.
You can go.
She takes a
Emmanuel,
pencil and she just throws it at Emmanuel's head.
Oh no, it's okay.
We got it. Emmanuel,
I'm
do you
over
have
two.
a place
I'm
to
over
go?
200 pounds. You can't fucking move me.
No, but I can, like,
That's
I
fair.
can
water
burn
on
him.
your face. No, burning.
Wow.
I like burning for friends. Yes,
Have you been sleeping here?
sometimes.
Do you have a room? Do you have a place to stay?
I have a bed in the housing place.
A housing place?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Emmanuel, you're going to come with me. I will take him.
Okay.
You will sleep at my house tonight.
That's good.
Aw.
I don't
Well-
know where you live.
It is not a house. It is a very small room, but there's enough room for you to sleep now.
I've slept in
Alright.
worse.
Cozy.
Uh,
That's kind.
oh,
Is there? I have a question.
I
Sure.
was
Did we ever
almost
see
drowned
the
once.
canary again?
you did not see the canary again. Did not get
Thank
exposed
God.
back from there.
Be right back.
Well,
Did not see.
Okay.
Ooh.
you all split off into different directions, taking various carriages wherever you need to go, back to your homes, different places. Are you all going back home?
Nothing.
One of the benefits of having Emmanuel sleep at my house is I will know where he is.
That is so true, and I'm glad somebody's watching after him because I don't know.
So yeah, I'm taking him back to my house. We are going
Okay.
to sleep.
So, just out of curiosity, because it's the first time any of you visited someone else's apartment or house or whatever, why don't you describe to Emmanuel what your apartment or residence looks like?
Oh yeah. So I live in the nicer part of town, but in the oldest and most mold riddled house building. in
Are you
South town.
are you slumming it bougie style?
That's a way you could put it. Yes. So
Okay.
as you come in, it is very Spartan. There is it's like a studio apartment basement unit, right?
Oh,
It is, and there is a bed in the corner. In fact, there is no bed frame. There is just a mattress.
oh yeah, yep.
Yeah.
You know,
In there.
Mhm.
there is there's a small kitchenette area. There are dishes all over that. You don't want to go spelunking in there. And the whole place smells like smoke.
Oh,
Oh
And we
smoke
walk
and the
inside,
jam.
and I take off my coat very, very carefully. I hold it close to myself, wrap it up because there's something precious inside. And I go, good night. And I fall down on the bed and I go to sleep.
no, this is so nice. There's so much room. You have your own kitchen.
Yes, it is quite wonderful. I think there's water marks on the wall, cracks from the foundation cracking. It is,
Yeah.
it is nasty, but it's
Yeah.
cheap and it's close to work.
I go check out the kitchen and just see how much of a mess is in there.
It's all I can say is it's bad news.
I'm one of those guests that just starts doing their own tours.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
And I think this actually works out pretty great because I don't care.
You're
Have a
a
look around.
You're about almost asleep when I shake you awake and I say,
Yeah, what?
This is the nicest place I have ever been.
Oh my god.
I'm going to put a hand on your cheek and say, "That is very nice. You should sleep now."
I immediately just like fall on the floor and I go to sleep.
Oh,
We're out.
Yeah, Emmanuel
So
hits the
cute.
floor with a heavy thud, and you hear squeaking of some rats in the walls that just like skitter away from him, like a roach or two. Maybe skitters across Emmanuel's face at night, but he's dead asleep.
That's
You're
okay.
unconscious. All right. Vincent, I assume you go home, get some sleep as well. Everyone else goes home and gets some sleep as well.
DM, may I
I'm
take
checking in
the?
with the 3 people that have not done anything right now.
Oh.
I just want to confirm you're going home to get to sleep.
May I take the
I'm going-
fatigues off of my character sheet?
All right.
I'm really gonna try to look for that. I want to try and look for that canary really quick.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's how you do it. I never do this right, so I think I can do it right today.
You got it.
Maybe. How do? Okay, no, I got it.
There you go.
It's probably gonna end up blind or something.
You
Yeah.
cast your gaze around, kind of looking for a canary. You don't see anything. The only birds you really hear or see are like owls just hooting. No sign of a canary.
I get a little irritated, but then I just go home. You're looking.
Vincent and Dahlia, you're going home to sleep.
I'm showering in my outdoor shower and going to bed.
Shower in the outdoor shower. You all have like gunk and the makeup right off of you. And Dahlia, sleep.
Yes.
Okay, you all go home, get some sleep, get some rest. I'm just checking, so I didn't know if anyone wanted to get fatigued like Emmanuel did last time.
I don't want to
So,
get fatigued.
No.
Okay. You all go
pretty cool,
home, get
guys.
some sleep, get some rest. Emmanuel, you can go ahead and click the long rest button on your character sheets if you would like to.
Yes.
Where's that button again?
We
We don't press it often.
Rest for the night. Yes.
It's at the top right under your hit points. See a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Top left, I'm sorry. Yes, top left. Alright. We'll get a good long rest. Recover. You wake up in the morning. I think if you're taking the full 8 hours of rest, you wake up probably close to noon. It's close to noon when you all wake up to a rumbling of another earthquake rattling down. In Alexias places, some of the dishes that are like scattered haphazardly just fall off the sink in the kitchenette, shatter on the ground. Yeah.
I think it wakes me up and like mid rumbling, I pull out a cigarette, right?
We'll all wake up though. Begin heading back to OHC officers. Yeah.
How? This is our second earthquake. How common is this to us?
I'll make a nature check.
Thank you.
That was that? Quake.
There
Not
it is.
uncommon, not too big, more frequent lately.
On an 18, earthquakes are not uncommon. They do happen in this part of the world. What is uncommon is for them to be happening so close to each other.
Hmm.
It's only been, I think, 3 days since the last earthquake.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that's the Earth's alarm clock?
Yeah. I think that's as good an explanation as any, yeah?
What happens when it wakes up?
The Earth? Can't be good news for us, I'd assume.
Are there any moons outside? You know, sometimes during the day you can see a moon.
No, you can
Laughing
definitely
at
see
me?
some different planets and stuff. No
get it.
moons outside laughing at you. No,
No?
just really, really hard to see anyways, both smog.
Hmm.
Pollution.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
That's why we had to go on the creepy hill.
I know. GM, what's the button I click to pick my spells for the day again? I'm sorry, I forgot where to. Oh, spell preparation.
Yeah. If you go to
I
your
found it.
sheet and you click the spells, spell preparation, you would need to delete whatever spells you don't want to use. That'll remove it, and then just drag them on.
Okay, thank you.
No
I'm
problem.
gonna work.
Have fun.
You got
Uh,
that. I'll work on that.
Great. You all eventually meet and gather up back at Archie, as you know you want to interrogate the Niska.
I do want to, before I leave, Emmanuel and I leave the apartment, I think like in a corner maybe of this place, there is like the one thing that isn't disgusting is a big stack of books, right? With all different shapes and sizes, and some of them like very, very old, and some of them very, very like fresh and nice and taken care of, right? They're the only taken care of thing in the entire place. I would find one of them and just kind of be like looking through it quickly. And I want to do a quick legal lore check to see what, in terms of contraband, what are the ins and outs here of like what we can keep, how long we can keep it, how much trouble we're in if we like keep some of the contraband without telling people. I would like to know all of those things.
Sure. Go ahead and make a legal order check. DC is not going to be very high because this is part of your job. This is something that
Right.
you shouldn't know.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm essentially got the handbook, right? But like,
Got the handbook, flipping through.
Yeah.
Might be one of the very few times you're actually flipping through the employee
Yeah.
handbook. Skimming through. So contraband, you are supposed to report anything you find directly to the evidence clerk so he can check it in. And then if you say you want to keep it for the investigation, you're free to keep it. You didn't do that. You decided you just yet. You didn't do it yet. You didn't do it yet.
Still time.
It doesn't say the word fired next to that, but the language they're using in this handbook is basically it would be bad if someone found out about it, or it would be very disappointing. There would be consequences, whether that means you get put on a paid leave, or an actual leave without pay, or suspension, or what that is. It's going to be on a case-by-case basis, and the person who generally decides what that is not Delft, but his supervisor, Chief Inspectress Margaret Saxby.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey.
I think there's a way we can play this, but I gotta meet with the rest of the crew before we move on.
Yeah.
Right.
I have an idea.
Okay. Anything else anyone wants to do before you gather together in the morning?
We were gathering. You said we were woken up around noon, or did I mishear
Noon.
that?
Noon.
Okay.
Took a full 8 hours rest. Yep.
Okay.
That's when I always wake up.
Yeah, I was gonna say you wake up late, so
This is a normal day for me, yeah.
Right.
how much money do I have? I have little money. Okay.
So little money.
I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna do that later. Never mind. I'm good.
I am so curious.
I have an idea, but I anyways, let's just move forward.
We'll see what happens.
Alright. Anybody else doing anything before you meet? No? Alright. No. Okay. We all meet back at the RHC offices. I was saying, as you're walking through town or taking your carriages, You all hear like bits and pieces rumors of Navard, the old Skyseer, is holding a rally in Dawn Square tomorrow at noon.
Boy.
He has kind of just had his agent spread the word, and you do see these druids and like members of a circle in like these white robes with the animal mask, just generally spreading the word out to people, to town cars and everything. Nabard is very, very well loved in the city, just being discussed here. He's one of the last remnants Flint has to the old world before it was industrialized. So people are taking this very seriously. The sense you're getting if you overhear some of the conversations is he was talking about these visions that he saw recently, and he wants to share it with the people of Flint, and he's going to do so tomorrow at noon.
Oh boy. Do we have any kind of sense of whether this could be dangerous for Navard in any way?
I mean, why don't you make me a society check?
Okay. Let's have a look-see. Society. Oop. Send.
On that roll, just a good roll, you try to think like what you know about Navard. You grew up in the city. You know the city pretty well. Navard isn't someone with enemies. People do genuinely like him. They more than like him, they respect him.
Okay.
Just because of who he is and his stature in the city. He's known to have had the ears of the governor, the police. They all do their best to respect him. You know that if he's going to have a big rally, there'll be a lot of people there, so it is very likely the Flint police would also be there as well, just to make sure that things stay relatively orderly if they know that there's going to be a big event happening.
Okay. Just nervous for some reason.
You all arrive together at the RHC offices, and you're able to meet in your own little office. Peggy's there with like some coffees and some crumpets this morning. Breakfast sandwiches, maybe. She very, very happily offers them to you. To take
Aww.
in.
All right. Before we go too much further, I would like to propose something with the group. Right. I'm going to pull out the gold wand. I'm going to make sure the door is closed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pull out the gold wand. And I don't think that Vinny and Emmanuel got a chance to really look at it. So I'm going to present it to the group and say, we found this along with the other wands. We did not include it in what we reported as evidence. Now, I was flipping through the handbook this morning, and that could be a very bad thing. Wait, yes, Vinny?
I just had a question. Sorry, Jim. As soon as he pulls it out, would I notice that it is somewhat religious or a religious affiliate? Because I wasn't there for all of that.
Yeah. Let me put something in the chat for you. Actually, interesting thing. The identifying magic items, you can do it once a day. So anyone who wants to roll this can roll this. Let me
Great.
put the skill checks in the chat.
Sorry to cut you off, Lane.
No. Please.
Doing it again.
Where'd it go? Sorry, I lost it.
It's if you scroll up a little bit, it's up there still.
There we go.
There we go.
Anyone who wants to roll that can.
Colonel.
I'll try to. Why not?
Yes, once I figure which ones are best.
All right. You all look over this thing, trying to see if you can make heads or tails out of what it is, what it does. None of you have the foggiest idea of what it is.
No, the DC on this has to be so high.
Yeah.
Or we're all rolling very, very badly.
Who's
Well,
to
that's
say?
always possible, certainly.
I think that is a wand.
Well done.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have a question for the group.
You know what, Emmanuel, based on your roll, you're not even sure it's a wand.
That answers that question.
You rolled a natural one.
Or a banana. Is it a
I
banana?
don't think so.
Let's not try and find out right now. So, we
Beautiful
didn't
bag.
report this with the rest of the contraband because it seemed to be set apart. Is obviously something very strange. I can make head nor tails of it.
Mhm.
My original suggestion was that we take this to an expert, someone who knows quite a bit about this kind of thing. I said we should take it to Reed and let him examine
Mm-hmm.
Who?
the mayor.
Mhm.
Oh.
Mhm.
Now, I don't know why that is so straightforward. Here's the thing, though. Do you think, because this is a group decision,
Mm.
we should first report it privately to Delft?
Yes.
What happens if we don't?
If he finds out, we can get in a lot of trouble.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, let's get it to him.
If we're planning on turning it and then later, yeah.
But
Does that go
certainly-
for all of them ones or just that one?
I think I knew contraband.
I think, yes, any contraband, but this one is the only one I took, and it is very fancy, and that is why I took it. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I bring this up because if we do, there is the chance, perhaps, that he takes it and says, no, this is not a part of your investigation, do your own thing, right? So we need to weigh the options here, but I present this to you as a team.
What if we mentioned that it existed and we are trying to find it?
Lied to Delft is
He could end up
be
putting
worse than
Yeah.
he could put another team on trying to find it because it has nothing to do with our investigation, and then
That's
Mm.
true.
The other
does
thing-
have
Hunting
something
us.
to do with our investigation, to be fair.
The other thing I am expecting is when we start interrogating these prisoners, we will have to ask them about this specifically. So,
Mhm.
or they may bring it up, right? This may end up information that he has, and then he is asking, "Oh, where is this one? Why is it not here?" Yada yada yada.
That's true.
Right.
I agree. Okay.
So I think then the way we play this is, no, we did not report it last night because it seemed too important, and this, that, and the other.
Mhm.
And I wanted to show you specifically, mon capitaine.
Or that you are all very tired.
This is also
That's
true. It was very
true.
late.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Does anyone have objections? Okay. Then, let us do that.
We
Do
do
we-
that.
Can we bring him treats or something so that he doesn't yell at us? He's always yelling at us.
I just assume he's going
Well-
to yell at us. So,
Sometimes I just want to pop his head, you know.
Oh,
maybe that's just something we say in this room with the door closed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
So, Alexias, are you going to?
Yes, I am.
you
Alright,
weren't going to
well,
just
Alexias
a gold bond
exits
to
the-
yourself.
Yeah. Is anyone going to
I'm
I'll come with
gonna
you.
come with you. Yeah, I'll come with you.
Fitz
I'll
will
be there to help.
Mm.
Actually, right before I leave, I take out the other one and I give it to Emmanuel and I say, "This was left at the scene. Somebody should take this downstairs."
Oh.
I didn't see this. I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
And I go and run, and I don't even run. I just click clack my way on out.
Two.
So, Sanai and Alexias. Okay.
No, that's
Yeah.
Oh.
And you- Sanai and Alexias, you head over to
And
Delph's office.
Dahlia.
mhm.
Yeah.
And Dahlia, three of you head over to Delph's office. The door is currently shut. Knock on the door. Come
A
in.
gentle asking knock, if
Gentle
you
knock.
will.
Yes, come in.
All right. Peek my head in. Hello.
You open the door, and as soon as you do, he lets out this very, very heavy sigh, and it's just like, what did Emmanuel do this time?
No.
Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely
Actually-
nothing.
Actually, he did not do anything.
Okay.
We wanted to speak with you privately about a piece of evidence we thought was important for you to see first.
Okay. Come in,
I'm
shut the
going to
door.
shut the door. I'm going to produce the wand and say, I'm sure you have heard or read the report of what happened last night on the docks. We did not report this with the rest of the contraband because it seemed distinctly more important, and we wanted you to see it.
Mm-hmm. He takes a look at this wand that you have. Trying to like look and make heads tails out of it. I want to see if he's actually training anything that could maybe identify this.
That would be great. I would
Come on,
really
bud.
love it if he could do that.
Yeah.
Gotta have some investigator juice stuff. Come on.
So I'm just looking up stats and my
No, you're good. You're good.
Fine.
many copious notes. Okay. Let me roll the dice. I'm gonna make this blind.
Come on, baby.
Don't know what this is, but I know it's old. I have like a little bit of a passing interest in history. Stuff like this was created during the demonocracy hundreds of years ago. Actually, over 1,000 years ago is generally when things like this were created. That's about all I know about it.
We have, between us, no knowledge or any way to identify this either. And we thought it was an important thing to do so that may somehow relate to some of the necromancy and necromantic magics that we have been finding around the city. And so I proposed, if it is acceptable to you, in your infinite wisdom, that we take this to an expert. We have been in recent communication with Mayor Reed McBannon, who has studied this kind of materials for a very long time.
And say if you want to take it to Ian, absolutely can. Did you check that in at the clerk's office?
No,
I
we
think
did not.
evidence-
We wanted to bring it to you first. I will go do so now.
Okay. As long as you check it in and evidence room first, it should be good to go.
So,
Thank you for bringing it to me first.
of course. And then I like
Please don't bow. Please don't bow. Don't do that either. Just leave. Leave and shut the door behind you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, you first, me, and then okay, bye-bye.
Good afternoon.
Right, sir, head back in.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go check this into evidence because now that he knows about it, that's gotta happen.
Yeah, we
So
got
I'll take care of that.
I'm gonna go tell Emmanuel that. Hey, Emmanuel, did you take that wand to evidence? You should do that.
Yes.
Wow.
Are you winked? Why are you winking at me?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't. Did you want me to? Did you want me to hold it, or did you actually want me to give it to somebody?
Oh, I don't want to go to jail, so I would love it if you take it to evidence.
Okay. I get up and I go and I say, I found this because I was very tired yesterday. I want to put this in a bag.
Alright.
One of the special bags.
You're saying this to the clerk that's down at the evidence room?
Yes.
The clerk says, alright. Better late than never, I suppose. So you take the one from you? I'll put it with the rest. Gives you some forms, paperwork to fill out.
Oh no, paperwork. I'm gonna be there for a while.
There's literally just one sheet that says you turn in this wand. Or you
Oh.
sign here.
Checkbox.
Oh, I thought it was. Never
Sign
mind.
there and you're
Okay,
good.
here you go.
Thank you. You take the wand, you put it in the rest.
Bye.
Bye.
I love you.
Alexias, it's the same thing for you, but there's an additional thing to sign, just acknowledgement that you've taken it with you.
Yep. I sign my name.
No.
Are you? Is Emmanuel? You're down there with me?
I guess so. If we're both in that room,
Okay.
so you do hear me say "I love you" to the clerk.
I think you see me sign and then like curse and then tear up the piece of paper and say, "Could I actually get another one real quick?"
He gives you another one. He's still kind of like looking oddly at
Sorry about
Emmanuel.
that. Just
Halfway through the door, waiting for my friend.
Yep.
Ah,
I'm done.
okay.
We are
Fill out
the
the
worst
paperwork,
people.
and then and you head back up to meet the rest of your group. Vincent, you have something?
Yeah, when everybody was in the other room, I think I would have taken a couple minutes to meditate because that earthquake is really bothering me. And can I do like a religion kind of prayer meditation check of the earthquake?
Sure.
I don't know if that'll do anything, but it's the only thing I have that I think might mean something.
On the 15, I would say closest thing you can think of is there are some Bay Titans, like these massive spirits of the land. One of them is called the Father of Thunder, who is said to be this large buffalo that is like hundreds of feet tall, and whenever he walks, the ground shakes. But that's like the only thing in terms of religion that you really kind of get as to why an earthquake would be caused. Alright, you're all back up into your office for a little bit. So you have any conversations you need to have, or want to have, or...
I'm just gonna really quick say the thing about the demonocracy. This is very old. I am thinking it is very, very powerful, and we need to figure it out.
Yeah. But you said maybe just take it to Reed. See
I
what
think
he say.
That he's the only person I know who has been as well read as me.
But don't forget, we have to meet Gail tonight at 8 p.m.
So something in there.
Yep. And then tomorrow, I'm for sure going to Navard's rally. If anybody else wanted to go to that.
Barring something else coming up, it's
Right.
like a good plan.
Did anyone else feel the earthquake this morning?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
it woke me up.
Yeah. It's not sitting right with me.
What do you mean?
They have been happening more often lately.
It's not common. It's just, I don't know. Something feels off. The only thing I can think of is not really relevant. So I'm not sure.
Okay.
I will not push you, but I'm here to listen if you would like to guess at things.
I don't think it's what it is. The only thing I when I was praying this morning, the only thing I could like remember from is the Fae god of thunder who creates earthquakes. But I don't think that he was trapped here. So I'm not.
That is very interesting.
I mean, maybe Gail's Fae. Maybe tonight we bring it up.
Ask Gail, perhaps.
Yeah.
Might as well.
If they are naturally inclined, perhaps even if it is not the god, there is some connection between what Gail is trying to do and the earthquakes.
There's definitely something yeah, not right. And maybe Navard knows. Maybe he'll explain it tomorrow.
Mm.
He might have seen something.
Hmm.
With the Gale thing, is it okay? To move? Are you still worried about?
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Are we Team Gale or Team Maybe? Just curious. I would like to know.
I think right now, and I
I
can
get
only
up
speak
and
for
shut the
myself.
door. I just make sure,
Yeah,
I get up
yeah,
and make
yeah,
sure
yeah,
the door is shut.
Very wise. I think right now the only thing I can say for myself is that we still have not solved this murder, and Gale is involved.
Mm-hmm.
And until we know more, I do not know that there is a side I can pick.
Right.
Beautiful.
I think
Mm.
I personally kind of like what Gail might be standing for. If she was part of the operation the other night that tried to burn down that building, that seemed inappropriate. So not pro Gail for that.
I mean,
Tisk, you terrorist.
supposed to have bombed factories, so
Mm.
But she was bombing specifically ones that were treating people poorly. Like that doesn't seem necessarily a bad operation.
even if innocent people got hurt,
Sure.
Right.
it's hard.
Okay.
I understand where she's coming from, but from our perspective, you know.
It could also be a copycat,
Sure.
because if Gale is interested in the rights of the worker, then it would not make sense to bomb Howard Seaton's factory if everything we have heard about him is true and that he was in fact very good to his workers.
True.
Seemed like it, yeah.
I think Gale will like me.
Well, everybody likes you.
That is true, but I don't know if I told you all this. You know, when we met a man the other night and I said that he maybe didn't like me very much?
Yeah.
Well, that's because he sent some people to break up a strike, and I stopped the people from. I braked up the striking breakness.
Why?
So,
Okay.
because they were going to hurt people. So, Gail might be big on me because of that.
Okay.
Sure. Sure.
Okay.
That's great. That is
Perfect.
if it is related, that is great.
I have to
Should we
read
bring the
also,
gift?
if
Go ahead.
Navard trusts her,
Mm-hmm.
that speaks very highly of her to me.
Great. Okay.
So yes, question marks around the Gale question.
Yeah.
I think until we spend some face-to-face time.
Should we bring a gift?
Like what?
No idea.
I don't know.
I can get something. I'm pretty sure I can pick up something.
If
Uh,
you feel like it.
Okay.
I think
I think
you
it
know,
would be a great idea.
this is actually quite
Give me-
interesting. Not a bad
I'm
idea.
curious, but okay, yeah, no, it's fine. Just in case we need something from her, it might help.
GM, Gale is Faye. We know that.
Yes.
Can I do a quick esoteric lore check to see if I can recall like really like ancient like gifts people give to the Fae? I'm thinking like folklore, like milk and honey and that kind of stuff. Is there anything like we can symbolic that we can bring?
Yes, so the stuff that you know about the Fae is definitely milk and honey. It's very well liked. Anything called iron, they don't like. They don't like anything that's like machinery. Anything with like gears and clocks, they're not fond of. That's all. You kind of know. You aren't able to pinpoint when is an appropriate time how he presented or anything like that.
Okay.
Mm.
So, digging up a little bit in my memory here. I don't know all the rules around this, but the Fae are supposed to like milk and honey, and they do not like ears, and they do not like iron. So, no watches. But perhaps we find some high quality agricultural products.
Some really nice honey.
Some locally sourced
Artisanal.
artisanal honey.
I'm definitely sure I can find some.
What flavor of Fae is this? Is this one of those don't give them your name, don't like is do
We
we
will
know that?
definitely
Oh,
find
I
out.
just think that's like an every Fae kind of a thing.
I mean,
I
all
wanna
you
know
really
how
know
careful
about
I have to be.
yeah, all you really know about Gail is that she is a she. That she's a terrorist. She's alive with the Fae. No one's ever really seen her
Oh,
outside of probably people close in her circle. So you're not really sure what kind of Fae, what.
a lot of question marks. Great.
Good that we're gonna have a meeting then.
Uh-huh.
Can we just go over all of our loose ends really quick? Because I know
That's a great
DW
idea.
was a big one, and now that one's solved.
Well,
Well,
We had the doctor who was doing necromantic, bringing people back to life brain surgery, and his girlfriend, who my friend Teddy was watching.
mhm.
right.
The
Yeah.
doctor was being held by a
Really need to-
man.
Who doesn't like you? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
And
have to go back.
we did the thing, so now we will have access to the doctor. I
You're
think.
right. That's
Right.
what we were looking for. I was like,
That's
I
why we
forgot
did that
why
the
we went
whole
to
thing last night.
I forgot why we went to the docks. I just
It wasn't
remember
just a
being
random
right.
side quest.
Yeah,
There was a point.
there was a point and purpose.
And so we have access
There's a
to
lot of pieces.
the doctor.
So much.
We have
Is
access
this
to
what
the
we're
doctor.
saying?
We also
Mhm.
have the question of the guy who was getting everywhere before us.
The pencil mustache.
Yeah, pencil mustache. What was
Oh,
his name?
Slash
yeah.
maybe Ghost Boy, because he might have been the one fighting us on the mountain.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. We don't know who Porter is, but
Is that not
probably-
Porter? Is not pencil mustache? They're not the same.
Yeah,
Porter
this
is him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But we don't know who he actually is because there's no Officer Porter, obviously.
No, but he's scary. And then we also have the Denorans that we suspect have something to do.
Well, we know.
Yeah,
that,
we know have something to do with Nilas's murder.
Well,
but
we
we
know
can't
that
get back in
Julian
there.
Zebrix knows her killer.
But we can't get back in there because we fucked up on day one.
Well, not all of us went inside.
Who are we talking about?
Don't worry, it's fine. They were probably not going to be too forthcoming anyway, especially if Zebrix knows the killer and
It's you know
isn't
what?
gonna beat him up.
We might still want to think about following up on it, in which case we can talk more about the plan.
Mm-hmm.
I am
Right,
so
because you
very
didn't go
sorry about
inside.
that.
So would they know that you're
I do not think they would know I was a part of this, and yeah, I don't know that it would matter.
If I were a secret baby murderer and a charming orc maybe leveled accusations at me, I would maybe make sure I knew who that orc and all of his co-workers were. So that might not. I think it's a good idea. You have wigs, but they may know about the people who didn't go inside.
That's possible, I suppose.
okay?
But yes,
So we
I do have the wigs.
There are.
So we have to follow up with them. We have to go back to the theater. We have Gail tonight and Navard tomorrow.
So as a point of correction, Looking Cal said once he heard about the success of stopping the smuggling operation, he would send someone to collect you.
Great. So
Got it.
So you
we
don't
don't
have
know.
to go back to the theater. Yeah.
So
Great, thank you. To collect us. Great.
Great.
So I'm assuming that's gonna happen tonight.
I don't. Who's to say?
I sure
No.
hope not.
Well, we have a meeting, so we're not going to be.
I mean, like, but after last time it was like what?
It was very late. You're right.
you know what? If it happens tonight, they will leave a message with Peggy, and she will be mad, but it will be fine. We can only be in so many places at once.
True.
That is true.
Just thinking, maybe after Gale, we go to the, another late night.
Quite possibly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably think about what we want to talk to the doctor about. And
I do think that we should still take the opportunity today to question Deniska
Great.
and find out a little
Yeah.
bit more about who was supplying her and where the shipment was supposed to go.
yes, probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Who wants to talk to her?
That'll do.
Well, should we
can
ask her
help.
any more questions about the murder, like her connection to Narissa? Because she definitely wasn't as forthcoming in her shop, but we weren't truly like it was just a casual encounter.
That's true. Yes, I do think that it would be worth asking some more questions there.
Now
Certainly,
knowing that they were
Anna.
supposed to go together.
Mhm.
If everyone doesn't want to go in, I don't mind going in and being there and helping out, but I can also communicate. Make sure I can still do that. Can I still do that? Yeah, I can also communicate with those outside so that they can, if they have questions to ask on the inside. That way everyone doesn't have to go in.
Mm. I don't think we should all, question her at the same time. Certainly.
It's helpful if I'm there because I think I can tell if she's lying.
And I or at least somebody can cast message. I'm also helpful in communications,
Mhm.
and I can just send message to others, and they can send it back if there's more questions.
Great.
As you stop and think about what the plan is to interrogate Deniska, make decisions about who's going down, which is Alexias, Sanai, and Dahlia. Is that
Do you
who
want
it
me
is?
in there? I don't have to
Emmanuel
be
and
in.
Vincent. I'm sorry?
I don't know that I need to be in there. Do you just want the two of you? I don't want to
I think
Okay.
definitely
So
me and
Alexias and
Sanai.
Sanai. Okay.
The question is, Vincent, do you want to come? Because you have some specific questions about the Nilasa situation, or do you just want to communicate those with Sanai?
Both Vincent and Sanai have messaged so they can easily communicate through whatever. It's up to you.
It's up to you, honestly,
I don't want too many cooks. So if you just
Yeah.
want you two.
All right.
because I don't have a lot of questions. You have more questions than me. I'm just there for I'm just asking questions. So if
I
you
don't know
wanna-
how many active questions I have. I just think
Okay.
that's something we should think about questioning.
Yeah. Let's look
Excellent.
into her relationship in the last. Look at where the wands came from, where they were going, where
Relationship with Gail. If
Yeah.
she knew about the fire at Nalasa's the factory, like
Bard's factory, yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So just for this is AJ, sorry. This is for clarification first for my brain. So do you want to have do you want Sanai to keep telling you what's happening, or you what's happening so that you all outside are aware, and then if you have those questions that come up, she can ask those questions? Or
What
do
is
or
what
we
is the
can just
interrogation-
switch?
what's the interrogation situation
It's on the
like?
first floor of the. It's on the first floor of the RHC officer's own room. There's no windows. It's just a solid door, table, chairs, If you need more chairs, put more chairs.
No one-way mirror for us to look.
Yeah.
No, not yet. Not yet.
I don't know. There's magic.
Yes.
Because if push come to shove, if you feel like it, you can do it, and you can just be in there, and I can be back. Because like I said, I don't have like the immediate questions that you have.
No, I mean, I don't mind it being you. I'm not necessarily like charismatic either or anything like that. So,
So I'll communicate what's happening inside.
can we all stand outside and listen? Like, it's not a sound. Just stand at the door and.
No, I guess that's true. Yeah.
All right.
All right. I'm typing up really quick in the chat a couple of the main points that we want to hit here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. While I'm out of characters doing that, and while you all, two of you head down to the interrogation room, the rest of you kind of look outside. You give word, and the prison guard brings Daniska up to the room as well.
Okay.
Let's take our break here. It's
Right.
currently 8:20, so we'll be back at 8:30 Central. All right.
Okay.
So we'll be back soon. See you then. And we are back where we left off at the break was Sanai and Alexias are heading down to the first floor to the interrogation room where Deniska, where we are, is currently being held to interrogate her. You walk in, you see there's like a gold thread around the door just to prevent any inadvertent teleportation in and out. She still has her mage cuffs on. There's different sets, you've all gotten your mage cuffs back after you've used them. She is currently sitting at the chair, looking very, very disheartened and downtrodden, but she's definitely been patched up. She was at 1 hit point before, she's been patched up. The archie does make sure to bind their wounds, treat their wounds, so they're relatively full health at the moment, as it were. She doesn't have any of the gear on her, but other than that, she is in good shape. Looks up as two of you enter and just kind of got to the side, but you could see his shoulders just kind of slump down a little bit.
I'm very sorry to see that. How are you doing? They're treating you pretty well in here?
Yes, nothing I can complain about.
That's good. That's good. Would you like some water? You need anything?
Water would be great, thank you.
Grand. I produce a cup and I put the ice pill that I have in it and I melt it because I'm not leaving. And I just give her
What did you put in this?
ice.
Ice. She steps out of the boat. She takes a quick sip. Thank you.
Just melted ice.
Okay.
So you know why we're here. We have questions. Okay, we're gonna just run through the basics here. Me and my friend. You know, we're just gonna run through the basics. Okay.
Sure.
All right. So we're gonna start off really small. The wands. Tell us more about the wands. Her voice has completely changed, by the way.
Yeah.
She's performing.
I would be happy to tell you more about the wands, but isn't there like a deal or something we can look at first?
Well, let's see what you know. So, what information do you have for us?
I mean, I have enough information about the wands.
Okay, start off with where are they from?
I want a deal for myself and my husband first.
All right, I am breaking in here really quickly.
Do it.
I don't think that you're quite in the position to be making deals, my friends.
I mean,
Here's the thing. Don't say anything else. I'm talking now. You and your husband, you say?
Yes.
Were caught with a great many pieces of very dangerous contraband. Right, you understand this situation, huh? Let me break down a little bit of what's going to happen to you if you don't tell us what we want to know. First of all, my friend here is going to leave the room, and I'm going to get a little bit of alone time. Then, if you still don't talk, I'm going to go and take a little bit of alone time with your husband. I'd like to demoralize while we're doing this. And, you know, he seemed a little bit weaker than you last time that I saw him. And I can tell you for a fact that once bones have been broken, they don't heal back right away, even with magic. They don't heal back right away in a particularly comfortable way. They are very easy to break again. And it's said that it's more painful. Huh? So I'm going to go spend a little bit of alone time with him. And then if you still don't tell us what we want to know, well, I'm going to find every single person that you have talked to in the entirety of your life. I'm going to spend a little bit of alone time with them too.
Oh my gosh, this doesn't seem super necessary. Tell the man what he wants to know.
Make an intimidation check.
Thank you. Is this straight intimidation or demoralized? Doesn't matter.
Straight intimidation, demoralized, doesn't matter.
Great.
They should be the same role, I believe.
Hard.
Yeah. I'm
As a
using a hero
reminder,
point.
you all did get an extra hero point after the
I'm using
break.
my hero
Let
point
me
on
add
that
that to
one.
all of your sheets real quick.
Thank you.
So if you want to use a hero point, you can. That was a natural 3. On the natural 20! On the hero point reroll, I went from a natural 3 to a natural 20. You
That's a
see
good roll.
panic begin to set in her eyes. Just don't hurt him. I just want to make sure that he and I would be okay. I'll tell you everything, just don't hurt him.
Why don't
Just
you
start
talk,
talking.
and
Okay.
then we'll talk about her again.
I grab her hand just to give her a little. I grab her hand. It's gonna be okay. It will be okay.
Is it though?
If I may interject, I believe, as you guys are good copying and bad copying, you guys could, in theory, do aiding for each other's roles,
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
and therefore, actually, if that is how Richard would allow that,
I
boost
would.
up your 6.
I will.
Okay.
So she just kind of looks like back and forth between Sanai and Alexias real quick. And okay, I'll tell you. What do you want to know?
All right. Well, we'll
Where are the
start with
wands coming from?
Yes, where are the wands coming from?
They're from the family in Quisilia.
Hey. Okay. Where
Stable.
were those families? Where were they taking them?
No, not families plural. The family.
Where was the family taking?
Gail purchased them from the family.
So the family. So Gail purchased the wands for the family.
From the family.
From the family. And they were taking them to Gail.
Yes, I was going to.
You were taking them to Gail. Oh, and I looked to Alexios with that
Yeah.
face to give you the clue of like your turn.
Yeah.
But
Have you-
and I want to. I'm sorry. I want to use that time to like stand up a little bit and just be like, oh man, move to the back and like cast message to tell.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding.
Hey, you
She's
like walk
happening
around
right
behind
now.
her so she can see you and quickly cast her.
And I'm letting you all know what's happening. Just mumbling it, repeating it, but you all.
The
Now, there's
family-
definitely people walking through the hallway, kind of looking at 4 of you strangely as they walk past. You see some of the other constabulary agents just look at you. One of the other units over here, but they just keep on walking.
Yeah, whatever. Don't mess with our team. You guys, we're fine. This family. Tell me more. You say they're in Kristen? Do you have any names? I know you do.
Dion. He was my family contact.
And have you met with Gail before? You've seen Gail? You've talked to Gail?
I have not met with Gail before, but I've met with her people.
Mm-hmm. These people, what were they like?
Yeah.
She pauses and thinks for a moment, and she just says, rustic.
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 Any more description than rustic?
I mean, very, very, like, spend a lot of time out in the woods, dirty, those kind of people.
I think I'm looking at AJ like, I'm sorry, at Sanai.
Just those type of people being respectable people of society who just so happen to be a little bit dirty.
Wouldn't call them respectable now.
Oh, so like a dock worker, maybe.
No, more hunters. People out in the wilderness.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. And how did you get in contact with these hunters? Did they come to you? Did you go to them? What happened?
I was talking in the bar. I think you managed talking about, some my philosophy is having a debate with some of the college professors that work there, and I guess someone overheard and sent word that Gail was looking for people to join her cause.
Do you know what Gale wanted the wands for? Specifically.
Say that again?
Specifically.
Specifically what?
What did she want the wands for?
I mean, you've read the newspaper articles, right?
Yes.
I assume that's what she wanted them for.
Oh.
Tell me,
Arm her
Deniska,
people.
have you ever burned down a factory?
Me? No, never.
Don't lie to me.
Please don't lie to him.
I've never burned down a factory. Never.
Is she lying to me?
No.
Has your husband ever burned down a factory, Deniska?
Blender? No, I mean, to be fair, we're lucky he hasn't burned down our own house. But no,
Oh,
he's never burned
so
down
you're
a factory.
saying that he's dangerous.
No, he's not dangerous. He's just a little bit absent-minded. He really doesn't have anything to do with this. I just brought him along.
You know, it sounds like an absent-minded potion maker, someone pretty dangerous.
He's not a potion maker. He's nothing like that. He's just a magician of sorts. A
A
performer.
magician. What kind of magic does your husband practice, Deniska?
Mhm.
Sleight of hand, card tricks, pulling rabbits out of hats. Or badgers, in his case.
So you would describe him as rustic?
Hey, was she lying?
No, I
No.
would not describe him as rustic.
No, she wasn't. Or at least I
Okay.
didn't get that vibe.
Okay.
Deniska, when we first came to you, we asked you about your relationship to one Nilasahim.
I didn't know Nalasa, yes.
Say more.
I was the one that introduced her to Gale's people.
Ah.
She was the one that connected me with the family. And
Are you saying Nilasa was a part of this family?
I don't think she was a part of it, but she knew people. She knew people.
So your relationship with Gail goes way back.
I'm sorry, say that again, AJ.
Your relationship with Gail, it goes pretty far back.
Maybe about 2 years.
And you've never met her.
No.
How? I would not do business with someone for 2 years and never meet them.
I believe in what she's fighting for.
And what is that?
I believe that the factories and everything they're doing is polluting and harming the earth. I know the bay around Flint have largely disappeared and vanished because of it. I know there are others other than me that believe the same thing. They have lived here for a long, long, long time. I know the King's sister has talked about it a lot, and it's just that's where I began to
Deniska,
first believe.
do these beliefs, in your opinion, justify violence?
I think harm needs to be met with harm.
So yes.
They are killing the earth, the thing that gives us life.
And that justifies killing people.
I have never killed anyone.
I didn't ask you that.
You tried, by the way.
I only tried because I saw you were attacking us. Defended myself. I have never sought out anyone to attack them.
No, you just aided in giving a terrorist a great many weapons that could kill a great many people.
Gale
You
does
see
not
the
try to
difference,
harm
Gale?
people. Gale does not try to harm people.
What do you think Gale was going to do with those wands then, Deniska? You said you didn't know.
I mean, I assume
I'm
store
telling
some
you
more
all.
factories. But she's careful. She makes sure there's no one inside when she burns them down.
How?
She has people to keep an eye on things.
And what if I were to tell you that she's not so careful? What if I were to tell you
I've read
that she's
those news
willing to burn
articles.
down a building?
I've read those news articles. Those aren't her. Those aren't her. Those are someone else.
Don't believe everything you read, Daneska.
That's fair.
Are you 100% sure? If you are 100% sure that this isn't Gail, who else might this be?
Don't know. But I do know that Gail was very upset. And Lhasa told me that she was working on something for Gail involving some of these factory bombings that had killed people. Some sort of investigation, as it were.
Gail was working on an investigation to figure out who was doing the bombing.
She didn't like that those crimes were being attributed to her, is what I heard.
Is Gail a person who seeks revenge in a violent manner?
I believe so, yes.
What do you know of Gail's relationship with Hubert, factory owner?
I don't know anything about that.
Is she lying? Heward Seaton was Milas's boss. By all accounts, they had a good relationship. Don't know why she would want to burn down his factory, no?
Don't either. Like, Nalasa always spoke highly of Heward.
What was Nilasa doing at the Denoran embassy?
I don't know. Something for
Don't lie
Gail.
to me, Deniska.
Something for Gail. I swear I don't know. Something for Gail. That's all I know.
Perhaps your husband knows more.
No, he wouldn't know anything. I promise you he wouldn't. You could
Maybe
see
I
her
thought-
get like a little nervous at that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna step out for a quick second, and I leave him with her.
It's just kind of go wide at that.
And I just come out with all of y'all.
Her body, like, you can see her back straighten, and there's a lot of tension in her shoulders right now as you leave her alone with Alexias.
Deniska? Oh, there's no need to be afraid. We're all friends now. You've been very forthcoming, and I have to say we very much appreciate it. So I'm going to share a little bit with you, too. Did you know, and I'm going to light a cigarette.
There is no ventilation in this room.
I'm very aware.
You're a monster.
Did you know, perhaps you can tell by my accent, I'm from Denmark.
I could tell. Accents and the
Yes, I
horns.
thought you seem very smart.
Thank you.
Now, in Denmark, we have different customs, different way of doing things. So perhaps this conversation would have looked a little bit different there. And perhaps that's good for you. Okay. But if anything that you have said proves to be in any way, how do you say in this language? False, a lie, incorrect. Well, we have ways of doing many things in Denmark, Deniska. and I will know. Do you have anything else you want to tell me? Now is your opportunity.
She took things up quite a bit as you were talking. It's just very, very nervous. She shakes her head. No, I think I've told you everything. Like I told you about my connection with family, I was just someone who helped Nalasa. Nalasa was the go-between.
Mm-hmm. Well, easy to blame things on the dead, isn't it?
I wouldn't say easy, but
Very well. I'm going to start to walk out the room. I'm going to flick my cigarette into the corner as I do.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to turn around. One more thing.
One more
This
thing.
family, huh? They supplied the wands from Chrysler.
yes.
Now, these wands, they're made of a very rare substance. Do you know what ironwood is?
I do, yes.
Do you know where it comes from?
There are workers in Corsair.
Mm-hmm. Do you know who they belong to?
High-ranking members of the clergy.
So you do know more than you were saying.
I
Interesting.
didn't.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like I didn't mean to. Like I didn't know that was something. I didn't get a chance to look at the wands or anything. I didn't.
Perhaps your husband will tell us some more, huh?
No. Please don't. Please. I swear to you, I didn't even get a chance to look at the wands. We just picked them up from the other ship, brought them in, unloaded them, and then everyone just started fighting each other. I saw someone get thrown into a lake and devoured by piranhas.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of knock on the door, open the door back in, and I just say, "Your husband, he is not looking well."
But I just thought he was fine when I left him.
Yeah,
Wait, what
but
you
we
do?
got a lot of. There are so many detectives in here, and your husband is not really good at talking. So I think he asked that it's very important that you say everything.
I don't know. I told you everything that I know. I told you. Tell me what you want me to say. I'll say it. Just don't hurt him.
Who is the family?
The family is just like this another. This is guild of people that have kind of moved in recently.
A guild?
Yeah, they call themselves.
Okay.
That's the
Give
best
me
way
a
I can think
name,
of describe
this
it. But
Give me a name.
Give him a name.
I don't know. Dion's in the cells. He might know. I don't know. It was always Nalasa that was the one that was communicating.
It's not enough.
It's not looking very good to
I
this guy.
don't know anything else. I'm sorry. You see, like she starts to panic and she says, and she just like blurts out name, and it's the first name that comes to mind. Navard's involved. Alexias, you know 100% she's lying. She's just trying to like throw out names to just get you off.
Excellent. All
Get her
right.
assigned to that.
Navard,
That would get leverage on Navard.
Yeah.
Governor Stanfield. I don't know who else. Just
All right. That's enough in this guy. We'll return. Oh, you take this one. I'm gonna leave now.
All right. That's good. It's okay. It's okay. I'm sure everything will be fine. One more. I have another question. I was in the back. We were talking about those particular the papers. Something about papers, invisibility spells when we were with you beforehand. Were those papers, were they forged for the invisibility spell?
there were no papers.
Well, my friend's not here to say this, but you put one over on us. That was
Sorry.
pretty good.
Sorry, I didn't.
How here's the thing. I'm so glad you told me that when he was gone, because you technically lied.
I did,
I'm
yes. But I'm telling the truth now, I swear. I'm telling the truth now.
Okay. I'm willing to believe you. I believe that you would do anything to save your husband. Question. This is a thing between me and you. And I look her dead in the eyes. I just look her dead in the eyes. How do you get into your place without being seen?
How do we get into my place without being
Where you keep
seen?
your information, your shop.
I don't keep information there.
How do you get in the shop? If somebody needed something.
There's doors, I guess, or the windows.
Is
The
there a
back
secret
door,
key?
there's a front door, there's no secret keys or anything.
You just have your own key?
Yes, both my husband and I have keys. And some of the
What-
guards do as well.
Where would that key be right now?
It'd probably be, I don't know, they brought me in, they took all my stuff off of me, probably be in there.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. And then I like move back and I'm like, this has been a great interview.
Is my husband
you've
gonna be
been-
okay?
Oh, he's gonna be perfectly fine. I'm 100%. We have the best healer money can buy. He'll be perfect. I promise. Right? Have a great day. And thank you. I grab her hand one more time. Thank you. You have no idea how grateful I am for you. And then I walk out.
As you like open the door, I think I'm like right there, ready. Like I'm not walking, I'm just like looking at her.
And I just say, like, she lied, but she's telling the truth now.
Don't say anything. Shut the door on her. Leave her alone.
You hear
Can we
some
move out
quiet
of
sobbing
earshot?
coming from inside the room.
Yeah.
Can we move out of earshot and like
Yeah.
deliberate before we go talk to her husband?
Yeah, let's go talk. Let's go chat in our office real quick and kind of have a quick moment for that.
And I'll go to the guard and say, we need her husband next.
Yeah.
Fine. The guard will go do that while you go talk in the office.
Yeah.
You all talk in the office. Sanai's gonna go down to where her stuff is and see if she can get her keys.
Okay.
Yeah, there's definitely several items at the evidence locker as well. Head down there. Those keys, it's 2 keys, 1 for each blender, and an scope.
Thank you. Make sure we get these back to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Mhm.
Okay, so you got all that?
I think so. Funny that she keeps saying he's not involved when he's the one with the title.
Mm-hmm.
If he wasn't involved with anything, why was he with the boat?
Mm,
It's a great question. Why would you need both of them there? Right?
Right.
If she wants to keep him out of trouble, it seems like he should have stayed home.
Well, wasn't Nerissa supposed to go?
Nalasa,
Nerissa, sorry, I keep forgetting how to say.
alright.
That's all right. I think so. But it still doesn't explain why, if he wasn't involved, he was present at all. Right?
Mhm.
So,
Nalasa was the one with all the money, which
Right. It sounds to me very much like these hunters she's talking about are the people that we have had some dealings with Navarre.
very possibly.
But
gonna be bit awkward tonight.
she made a wild claim that Navarre was involved. I did not believe her.
No, I think she was panicking.
But the others, maybe.
Well,
Yeah.
if we need to talk to Dion, certainly
Yes.
about the family.
I
I
think
ha-
that the identity of his family is crucial. Huh? Sorry, what was that?
I was just going to say I had a thought.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to a trial, they don't just have people who say things, they have evidence. Do we have evidence? Or do we just have this person saying things?
Evidence of what exactly?
The purchase of the things, or the family, because the wands could have come from anywhere, really.
Well, that's
Sanai,
not entirely true. The
Right.
ones where, I mean, I only have this, and I bring out the gold one. This is the only one that they have allowed us to take. But the other ones were made of a very specific material called ironwood. It grows only in orchards of specific clergy members in Chrysler. Perhaps
But-
you know something of this, Vincent.
Vincent sips his
Oh,
You
you're
have-
saying that to...
To Vincent.
Vincent.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh no, it's okay.
I thought Lauren was trying to say something. Sorry.
Yeah. I thought you were using body language. It was really great.
Maybe I was. I was just like so involved, my body. Yeah.
Do you know which clergy folk in Chrysler have their own ironwood groves?
Now that I have more information, GM, could I re-roll with that?
Sure, go ahead and make another religion check.
Okay. Because it's not blind, it's
On a
actually
22, which is better.
No.
So, Alexias' information that the ironwood only grows in the clergy's groves is only somewhat true. And I think this goes back to the history of the world and the geopolitical climate, where if... Let me actually pull this up, world map, for a second. Baviar, which is the nation was largely larger than elves, once stretched all the way across to these mountains over here. It stretched that far. So these trees were very prized by elves and all of that. There's probably still some groves of them in Baviar, but they are largely shut off from the rest of the world. The ones that remain in Chrysler are only kept by very, very high-ranking members of the clergy, the primarchs, which are kind of like the popes of sorts, the bishops, those kind of people. So, to get that kind of word, you either need to be connected to the primarchs, to those very important people, or have to be really, really, really good at what you do to get that word out. There's also a matter of enchanting it and all of that. On that 22 religion check, I mean, I don't have names off the top of my head, but if you went to like any library or something, you could probably find out who was currently in charge of the clergy in Chrysler and get the names that way. But there's the primarchs, and then there's a lot of bishops and people like that as well. There are a lot of people with these kind of groves there, but they hoard it and guard it very, very strictly so that they can use it for whatever magic items they are crafting for whatever conquests they want to make.
Does that answer your question, Alexias?
Yes, wonderful, beautiful. So,
I don't think I was. So they have the thing. We know that because we have it,
all right.
but we don't necessarily know, aside from their word, who was buying it, who was
Correct.
sensing it, what they intended to. We just have the word of unreliable people.
Yes, this is true.
I will add one more thing that I should probably mention on that 22. The golden wand that you know is from the demonocracy. The clergy is famous for. The clergy grew about because of their battles against the demonocracy. So, the clergy was founded by a man named Chinese, who is kind of a fisherman kind of like person. He was the person that led these faithful in battle against the demonocracy and the demon hordes and all of that. But I would say gold is also something, that was wielded by the demonocracy as a weapon. Like if the clergy has ironwood that they use, elves have ironwood, those kind of like more nature-oriented thing, the demons used gold as their focus for a lot of their spells and stuff like that thousands of years ago.
FYI, with that religion check, Triogenes is the man who is hand-drawn on the cover of Emmanuel's book.
Oh.
He's like the Jesus Christ figure
Yeah.
of this religion. He's like the guy.
Yeah. The legend is that Triogenes, in order to defeat the demonocracy, ascended to godhood, and through his works, through his miracles, and that's how they were able to beat back the demonocracy.
Oh.
So, here's something I hadn't considered to begin with, which is a little bit troubling, is that if these wands are coming from some sort of a supplier in Chrysalier that has access to this kind of material, is this a potentially international debacle?
I would say on that question, you would also know Chrysalier hates technology. They are definitely very much divinely oriented. They believe that divinity is where power should come from, and technology is kind of like not necessarily an abomination, but something that is largely frowned down upon. Because technology comes from Dana, and bad shit happens in Dana.
Well,
Yeah. I mean,
So is
judging
this
by that
something-
interrogation, bad shit happens in Dana.
and it's true though. I can't deny it.
It's a worthwhile question, though. Will this cause an international incident if we have like contraband that the home of the clergy does not want to leave their home?
I mean, let's put it this way: if we want to think international politics and you have a nation supplying weapons to like terrorists and rebels, they probably don't want anybody else to find out about it because that will
Right.
kick off a war.
Much less
If
the
it
Pope.
is the leaders of that nation,
Right.
so
If it
Because-
is,
Again, what it
They're
comes
not gonna
down
make it
to
public.
is who is this family? Because if they are somehow related to the Primarchs in Chrysalier, we have a much bigger problem. If they are some sort of, crime family is just being able to procure these items, it is still bad, but not the same level bad.
I mean, it would be easy to negotiate with the clergy to say, hey, we are trying to destroy like technology, just like you guys don't like. So maybe let's cut a deal. Like
Right.
it doesn't necessarily mean we're working with World War 700.
That's not true, but it could become that is the thing, right?
it's
Like,
also
is
kind
that
of
powder keg.
big, and we
Right.
help Flint and not the world.
Right, it's a bit above our pay grade too.
Sure,
it
it's
is-
just something to consider.
Is it above our pay grade?
It's
That-
not.
You
It is absolutely not. I think, and Sanai just completely erases the board.
Yeah, here we go. Let's
Getting
go
out
tonight.
the yarn again. Here we go.
Let's go. Come on, I got you some fresh yarn, girl.
Let's do it. Everything you all say, she has just been like putting back up. But
I'm
saying,
now helping you. You're like directing Goodfellow, and she's like,
at this point, if this is international, you all, that means we have to make a choice right now. Are we going to go this route or not? There's a cat. I got distracted. Words left my mouth. Anyways, so okay. The family is connected to Gail. Gail smack dead in the middle now. Gail's in the middle of
Yeah.
everything. So
All is revolving around Gale.
if everything right here is connected to Gail and Nihilissa is just a little bit of the tail, then we're not really focusing on the murder of Nihilissa. The murder of Nihilissa is extra. We need to figure out who is trying to kill Gale or who is trying to help Gale.
There's two different lines between Gale and who right now, and one says murder and one says help.
Because that, and then also Gale has a connection to them, to Heward, right? Heward.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So there's another potential possibility of him being dead. Okay.
And
Somebody-
Heward is connected to Navard, who is connected to Gale.
Right.
So somebody wants Gale's reputation ruined, which is something that kind of Deniska suggested.
What,
Yeah,
how
because
did we
there's
get
the
there?
because there's the
It-
fake bombs that she's trying to rectify because she doesn't want anyone hurt,
mean,
but there's
not
somebody
fake.
also.
But
No,
Copycat sort of.
could be. I
Hearing
mean,
her
we still
name.
don't know that that's not
Right.
Gale doing it. Yeah.
Could be. There's a chance that Gale is trying to kill Heward as well, which would
Which makes
serve.
no sense.
That would make. Yeah.
It doesn't
Unless-
make.
It serves the greater purpose of the environment and keeping it safe. She doesn't care who's doing it, even if they're a good guy.
And then it makes perfect sense.
Wait,
That is true. That is true. It's a good point, Vinny.
okay.
So it either
Was-
makes perfect sense or no sense.
It makes great sense, perfect sense.
Okay. it's the
What
first
did
one.
Heward do outside of that, though? Because Gale specifically waited for him to be alone. If Gale did this,
I
He
don't
was
know
a-
that Gale did this. I think it's. I don't know. I hate
Wait.
that. I wouldn't imagine. What?
What if Heward owns all the other factories under a fake name so he can have his name be good by not
Oh, boy.
doing bad things to the other factories, and Gale knows that, so Gale wants to blow up the good factory to expose Heward as the bad factory.
The
man.
question is,
That-
would,
brilliant.
why? But the question remains:
Yeah,
if Gale,
think horses, not zebras.
if Gale knew
What's
that
a
there
zebra?
were these huge
Zebra.
vats of acid that would spill over and fire would spill over and explode and hurt other buildings that had locked in workers in the area, it just doesn't seem to be in lockstep with the rest of our moves so far.
From what
And let-
people are saying about her that have worked with her, what Nevada's said about her, she's not one to try to kill people. This was done knowing that people that
Might be hurt.
that
Right.
Okay.
all of those
Question:
places around there.
those kobolds that night. That is the only time we have encountered kobolds in this entire situation. Do we know anyone else who works with kobolds?
Someone wants to make a society check that can.
I sure am.
Do you have to be
Yeah.
trained in that?
Ew.
I'm trained in society.
I'm
Let's
not,
go
but I wanna roll.
society. Might as well. Oh no. Hey!
Oh, okay. You're hitting those 20s when it matters.
Tell me everything I know about kobold.
Sanai, you're pretty sure the IHC works for kobolds. Well,
Oh no!
We do.
Alright, everyone else. Alexias, on that natural 20.
Let's go.
I'm gonna say it this way, because it's not something you would have, known. Instinctively, because you're trying to figure out who would have known them.
Right.
When you were flipping through your books this morning, sort of like the handbook and everything
Mhm.
of the IHC, in the back it had some, known, wanted, people wanted descriptions. Two names that just you remember, they pop up out to you. They're buried under, hundreds of other names, just as potential people to keep an eye out for. There are two, Everardo and Rolando, two kobold arsonists from Bear that are for hire. Wanted in connection, suspected of collaborating with the Cow Guild.
Mhm.
The Cow Guild.
That
Just
makes
so I
sense.
can make sure as a player I understood. Cal has connections to Bear.
Mm-hmm.
The kobolds have connections to Bear.
And Kel has connections to them. Okay.
And that is not Gale. But that is a copycat crime. I'm saying all this in my accent.
Mhm.
Sure.
Absolutely.
I mean, that makes
Sure.
sense that a couple of. Yeah, it would make sense if Kel probably wanted access to
Remind
acid.
me about Cal.
Kel?
Cal is the
I'll add this, because it's been a very, very long time since it's happened. When you spoke to Huey the very, very first time,
Yeah.
you remember there were 2 people that you had said had come, talk to him, like, wanted to buy things, and he said, no, I'm not
Mhm.
risking my business for this. I
One
have
of one
contracts
was
with the
Kel.
government, I'm not risking it. It came back again, 2 different people, nothing said
Mhm.
no again. They gave some vaguely threatening remarks and left.
An officer followed them, tore the nettles, lost them, all of them spelled burnt
Yep.
engine grease.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it seems to
All
me
in my notes.
that's why we do that. Why we take the notes.
I have so many notes.
It seems
Everything.
to me very likely that these 2 arsonists were working with Cal.
Who
Not
we
for
worked with to keep the wands away from Gale
Gale.
last night.
yes. Which I still think is probably for the best, as that is a lot of very heavy weaponry.
Sure, maybe nobody should have it.
I understand. I hear you.
Now we have it. The RHC has it.
And maybe that's not good either. I don't know.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit, because don't we know that Cal has people working for him inside the RHC?
Does he have people in the RHC or does he just have people in the Flint police?
We know for sure the police because his guys get out.
It just seems very slippery slide from one to the other.
I'll say this, the RHC is a fairly new organization. It's only been, like, in existence in this country for, like, a year. In Blink, like, you are some of the very first people hired. So, like, maybe a month or so that they opened their
Well,
factory.
It
Must
can
be
only
awful
go
for
up
us,
for the
though.
RHC.
Okay, that does give a little bit of, you know, it would take maybe longer to infiltrate unless it began already infiltrated, which is also a possibility. So
Right, like
not-
our boss could work for them. We don't know that.
exactly. It's not a complete like okay, you know, clear, but
I will add this. When you interviewed for your job at the RHC, you did have to go through a period of, like, under a truth spouse. To be
mhm.
like,
Yeah.
are you affiliated with this organization? Bad stuff and all of that. So, but that is only for agents. Like you
Right.
are, other teams are. Not for,
Right, it's not
like,
for the higher-ups.
staffers, janitors. Yes, higher ups would also have to go through that.
Oh, they
as
would
well.
too. Okay.
Yeah.
I
But
also
staffers,
imagine, though, an
janitors, yeah.
organization like Kel's would have ways around those truth spells.
Possibly.
Right.
Possibly.
Like, nothing's foolproof, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And those
No.
a lot of those questions seem to be based in like elements of nationalism, right? And you can
Yeah.
have people working for Kel who also love the country.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say, like, you were not currently working with Kel, you've cut ties when you take that, and then you go back to working for Kel afterwards.
Right. I mean, because the questions weren't, have you ever worked for Kel? Okay.
What did we just? If somebody works here, and all of the wands are here,
Mhm. That's the,
What can you really do at that point?
they're still
You can
safer
only-
here than at
Right.
my house.
Right, that's true.
but what if someone takes them?
There's
At
only
least
so
there
much
will be
we
some
can do.
betrayal. Yeah.
Hmm.
I think the bigger or the important thing that we discovered is that this fire attempt to burn down Seacham's factory may not have been anything to do with Gale's arson. Which
Unless
is,
it has everything to do with it.
well, I mean, in the sense that it was probably a copycat.
And
I
someone
mean-
possibly trying to frame her.
And someone
Sure.
trying to bring Gale for it and make it look like mass murder.
Unless that's what Gale wants us to think.
What happens if he were died?
I don't know where I'm going with this.
If Hewitt died, his factory, I don't know. I don't know where it would go to next.
I can't imagine
Probably one
Navarre.
of the other factory owners probably would have bought it or something. I don't know. Or if he has a will, maybe it goes to Navarre. I don't know what if he has plans in place.
Because if it burns down and Kyle buys it, then what happens?
Don't know.
So no, we don't know anything about Kel and Seacham's relationship.
Other than it's possible he wanted some acid, which that could be for
He was
anything.
supplying to the government, though, right?
Mostly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Seacham was. Well, I'm very much interested in our interview with Gale.
That's
Yeah.
might be a little bit awkward.
Well, maybe, maybe not.
As you say that, you hear this very faint tapping.
Canary.
I think that scares me. I think I could jump up and I told you about that window.
You see,
What did I say?
and you see like this bright yellow canary. And as the Suze looks at it, it just kind of like begins to sing. And it taps on the window again in between the beats of its song.
I'll go
Okay.
open up the window.
Hello, little
You open
boy.
up the window, and this light breeze rushes in, and on the wind you hear the words, "Follow." And you see the bird turn, fly off down the street, and land on another building. It can take you several hours if you remember to get through the cloudwood and everything.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we gotta go. All right.
Well, we should tell them to put the fella back in his cell, and we'll get
Yeah,
to
we'll
him
have to do
later.
him later.
Well, go ahead and do that.
Yeah. Also, no watches. Nothing that goes clink clank. Were we able to get milk and honey?
Yes.
Oh, he didn't die. Are you kidding?
There's
I
definitely
had all
milk
of
and
that.
honey in the break room if you want it.
I
Unless
wouldn't
you
But
have
is
put
that
it
it-
good? I don't want to bring her break room milk and honey.
Right.
It's
like a
that's not
clogged
a-
up-
This is a
Like
brand
on the
new
way
government
there.
organization. They definitely checked out the break room, so it's very
Okay.
nice. Good quality organic food from
Yeah,
slate.
I
shed.
want, again, we're looking at artisanal, locally sourced,
Sure.
organic, grass-fed milk.
Yeah.
Like,
I got that.
No
Nicely
hormones.
wrapped, all of those things.
Milk and
Yeah.
honey
And
for
I have
happy
another-
cows and bees.
yes, that's what we're looking for here.
Free range.
You
So now I
grab
take the
some.
flowers off her, grabs a little basket, and she has this extra little thing that she puts in it as well.
Mhm.
So you gather up the stuff. You put all the stuff in the basket, and you head outside. You call a carriage, and you just, Vincent, you want to drive? I think Hansworth is back at his job. He's ready to drive if you need you. He's kind of like
Aw.
squinting hard with one eye, as if he's got like a little bit of a headache at one of his side of his temple.
Still.
Here to drive you if you need me to.
I've got this one, bud. You go take
You
it
sure?
easy. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of what I got hired for. I want to be useful.
Just go
You're-
sit in our room, our office. You can log the hours by picking up the room or something.
I mean, it was
Don't touch the board with the spring on it.
Don't touch the board with the spring.
Don't drive us and don't get paid or go clean up the room. These are your options.
Wow, you got mean all of a sudden. Okay, sure.
What?
He
Oh.
turns like, go clean. And he heads back inside.
Aw.
That's
I
my
don't feel
boy.
like that was mean. I was giving an option to get paid today.
I grab him before he completely leaves this. I'm very sorry. You've done a great job. We've been terrible friends. Go. This is a paid break for you. You had a rough couple of days.
I mean, they were good days, but yeah.
We should not have left you up there for that long.
No, it was
That's-
fine. I made some friends.
Oh, good.
Mm, Okay,
You
fair enough.
overhear anything interesting while you're up there?
Hey, yeah, before you go back. Hold on one second.
What?
What kind of friends do you make?
I mean, they gave me some.
To walk
they
off,
gave me
we're just like,
some-
hold on, interrogation.
Real quick.
Gave me some good cigarettes and, some fancy tea. It's all very good.
Mm.
Can't be faulted for that. Is he lying to me?
No, he is
Dare.
not. I can confirm that.
I'll say he's lying about cigarettes, but that's it.
Yeah.
They're jazz cigarettes.
Yes.
Just cigarettes. Yeah.
All right. That sounds like a good time, actually. Wish I had been there.
Yeah.
Okay, go clean our room.
They gave me some rolled up black and milds. It was great.
To be fair, our room is pretty clean. He could just take a nap if he wanted.
Yeah,
I'm
he
trying to
can.
be nice and let him get paid for not. and
I
not
think
doing
you spoke completely appropriately, and I was
Fine.
never
Okay.
proud of it.
You can go take a nap. The bad goblin won't bother you anymore.
I'll go. I'll go
dare.
clean. Thank you.
I want the glooby glop that I like send out for Tara to like foam at my lips at Goodfellow to be like, okay.
Okay, all right. Everybody calm
There's
down.
been a lot going on lately. Let's
Please
just...
don't give me. Please don't give me any nightmares. Once a day is enough.
Oh God.
Hansworth Higgins.
like wiping off my
Hansworth Higgins III heads upstairs. You all get into your carriage, with Vincent driving, and the canary leads you in the directions of the nettles, which will eventually take you to the cloudwood. It always makes sure to stop where you can see it, to make sure you can continue to follow it. You do feel like this constant breeze blowing about you as you are driving, Vincent. Just very light, gentle breeze. You're heading into the nettles through the. Go ahead.
Can I, as I'm following this canary with the breeze, can I cast read the air?
I don't know what that does, but sure.
What is that? Oh my
I prepped my spells for today.
Oh, yeah, you did.
It's what I like about clerics. They can change their spells every day.
That's nice.
Read the air. What does this do? Deep breath as you survey social situation. Bum, bum, bum.
Just to see the sense of what what Gale is leading us to, maybe friend or foe, kind of.
Oh, it's like reading the room.
Yeah, but
Go ahead and make a society check then.
Okay.
So you are going to gain a +1 status bonus in diplomacy check. Make an impression. On your 5. No. Oh, it only lasts a minute too. On a 5, you aren't really able to get a sense of anything. It just feels very, very foreign to you. So you can't really judge. I would say, here's what I'll say. It's not just reading the air and kind of getting the sense of things. Wherever this air is taking you to or following you around or whatever, it doesn't seem malicious. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
I mean,
So knowing
that's better than some of our other interviews. So
That's on a 5. You continue to.
Right. Fine. I mean, maybe I should use a hero point. No, I won't. I'll wait.
We
Then
were
you're gonna be
almost done
ending
with
in 1
the
minute.
night. Yeah.
it's 9:30. So
Yeah,
Oh,
so
you're right. Okay, then I'll use a hero point.
Cool,
Might as
man.
well see what happens.
You're right. It's 9:30.
On a 7. It doesn't seem
Well.
malicious.
Great.
It's malicious.
I'm just gonna tell everybody it's gonna go great. This
I
warm
love
breeze
this.
is really
we have a
feels
great
nice.
time.
It's gonna be
I
so
would say
nice.
it's warm. It's definitely a cool breeze in this hot and humid climate. It's definitely very welcome. And you
That's
can
good.
enjoy that breeze as you head into the meadows and up into the cloudwood. Once it gets there, it becomes harder and harder to track the canary. And as you get deeper and deeper into the cloudwood, and it gets closer and closer to mid-afternoon, early evening, I would say you all begin to hear the sound of rushing water. Maybe not rushing water, falling water, as if there was a waterfall nearby. I would say those of you in Flint know that there is a fairly famous waterfall called how it's called. Um, it's called the Lovers Knot. Lovers Knot. It's very famous for being a place where a lot of young people go to propose to their significant others and that kind of thing. It's very, very idyllic, relaxed, serene kind of area. You head down towards there. The canoe doesn't seem to be taking you towards the top of the falls, but rather at the base of the falls, where there's just a big, large pool down over there. And eventually the canoe kind of stops, and you see this clearing, and in the clearing you see the pool, and it looks fairly, fairly empty. You all step out of your cottage, one by one. Not your cottage, carriage, one by one. And as you do, as the canoe sees you stepped out, something takes off in the air, flies past you, over the little, small kind of pond or something, and to the top of the waterfall. When you see this woman,
Oh
Okay.
my.
this gorgeous, like, she has what looks to be these embouchures that's kind of pointed at one end. Very, very elfin, vague features, this sort of dark brown skin, this curly black hair, and this very beautiful blue dress. She's standing on the top of the falls, and you see that there's these rocks that take her from one bank of the river to the other. As she sees you at the top of the falls, you see her just slightly hop, and the wind just suddenly shifts and carries her from one stone to the other, further than any person would be able to leap, until she's on the same bank of the river as you, but still remaining high above you. She looks down at you all, and she just says, I'm happy that we finally get to meet. And that is where we were going to end the session for today. Oh,
Wow.
thank you all for the great session. Thank you, chat. And we will see you in 2 weeks when our heroes finally meet the Bay terrorist Gale. So see you then, chat. Bye.